Boom. We are live with the pre-show memes. Hello, gamers. Hello, hello.
Hello.
You know what I found out today?
Hello.
I found out some exciting news. People
China
actually
owns all the pandas?
what the fuck? I was gonna say that people actually listen to book club episodes on Spotify. Apparently, I just assumed that nobody really was able to find them. But then I got an email saying that we got 2 comments this week, and I was like, what the fuck? And I checked, and we actually get like 30 views like a week or whatever on some of those episodes. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so what did the spam comments say?
No, it was actual comments on the Higurashi at the time. Hold on, let me pull them up. But the first ever comment that we got on there was somebody saying, wow, this motherfucker pronounces it Oren instead of Oran. I'm like, okay, buddy. I think I just replied to them saying okay, and that was it. But we have some comments. This one says, it's actually important that Tamaki teaches the kid piano, considering what you could find out about him. So that one is not about.
Why I think that was wait, who the hell is that Higurashi?
That's not Higurashi. No. I misunderstood. I was half awake this morning when I saw the comments, but I was seeing like the Higurashi ones were getting the most views or whatever. But also this person was commenting about Oran, I should say, Oran.
Wait, what?
Would Tamaki have made everything better or worse? And
he'd be like one of the first victims, I think. He'd be one of the first.
Would just take Tomotake's place.
So their comments were, it is actually important that Tamaki teaches the kid piano, considering what you find out about him and the piano later. They wrote that as later, Layter. It's very important. I just wanted you to know I wasn't pronouncing that in a funny way for fun. They wrote it like that too, but I do think it's fun. And then their other comment is, family is a very important concept to Tamaki. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is. Pretty important. And then I went to check, and I was like, oh, wait, we're actually, like, getting views sometimes on this. And it's not just, like, 2 views, mostly just be me checking to make sure that the upload works. And that's with there being a backup in uploads for the Higurashi. I think I uploaded the Higurashi episodes up to the end of the questions arc, and then I didn't upload any of the answers arc stuff yet. But I'll be able to do all that tonight. Those will be up on there. I'm seeing Shadow in the chat. Tamaki would have solved everything. Oh, alright. Are you sure? Did you read Oran? I don't know if he could have solved most things. I don't know if he could have solved most. Kyoya would have had this shit solved day 1, but he wouldn't have said anything about it. I don't think.
Yeah, he would have been like, that's not my business.
It's like, I have to let the festival go through. It makes so much money.
I have to find my way to earn power out of this.
Kyoya's actually a member of Tokyo as well.
You know what? That would make sense, actually. Oh yeah, let me post the actual... Let me not forget to post the tweets that I have ready and up in front of me, and then I've just not hit post on. Let me post those real quick. There we go. Boom, boom. But yeah, tonight I should be able to export all those episodes and upload them. So if you're somebody who listens to them on Spotify, those will be up there hopefully tonight. Welcome. Let's see. Pull this up on the phone. I've started the process of cleaning up and organizing all my shit again recently. On my desktop.
Gross.
It's a process, okay? Welcome.
Discord's being funny again.
Well, you're here now. Congratulations. You've made it. You're done it. Ooh. Anything got anybody? Yeah. Anybody got anything exciting going on this weekend? Anything
No.
cool? Anything awesome? Anything epic? Not a single
I
fucking
want to please
thing.
my
Do
parents.
something.
I'm watching Sailor
what would
Moon.
they
Does that
do?
count?
Oh my god, Sailor Moon? Where would you be watching that? Would you be watching that in discord.wolfborg.com? What? That's insane. This Sunday at noon? Holy shit. What? No, that's impossible. Sailor Moon R? Sailor Mooner? As you put it?
Oh yeah, I won't be there
Sailor
for that.
Sailor
So
Mooner.
you two have fun.
Alright, well, don't worry. Sailor Moon will be there. Usagi will be there. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Maybe.
going to movies with my parents.
What
If she
movie-
doesn't sleep in.
What movie are you seeing?
I don't fucking remember.
You don't remember the movie you're seeing?
No.
I'm trying to think what movies are out that they might be trying to drag you to. I'm just picturing them taking you to see Obsession. or the back rooms.
The back rows would be.
They're taking you to see Toy Story 5, right? Is that out yet? Taking you to see that?
Yeah.
Hey, maybe they're taking you to see Disclosure Day. I saw that this week. I thought that was pretty good.
Danger leaves me neither shaken nor stirred.
If you're going to see the Star Wars movie, you're probably or the Star Wars Mandalorian thing, you're probably fucked because I don't think you've probably seen any of the other shit.
I've heard about it.
Yeah, so you're
And
fucked.
from what I've
So
heard,
you're
it's not very
fucked. You're
good.
fucked if that's the case. Well, some of the newer Star Wars
Have a fun
movies aren't very good, but
weekend.
I mean, I like the Mandalorian show, but the movie is just 2 episodes of the show.
What the hell were they thinking?
They were thinking it prints money, and I think it
Money,
kind of
money,
did.
money.
I think it kind of did, just not as much as the Backrooms Obsession. So they're kind of fucked.
And the Backrooms had a budget of like catering, so
Yeah.
So $100?
That might be overestimating.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right.
It was
I think...
really nice catering, okay?
Oh. You know what? We should have catering here at the book club. Not for me.
Who's paying for the
One of you
catering?
guys should bring snacks for everybody else, I think.
Fucking
look, I'll
I'm not
order anybody who
organized.
shows up food, but you have to give me your address to do it. So
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say we got to go to Wisconsin.
It's time to teach you guys the likes of Spanish cuisine.
Oh.
I have to give you our address, the last 4 digits of our social security number.
I don't think I need
Oh,
that
okay.
part.
Canadians have social security numbers.
Yes.
All right,
That's
are we
a
ready to
valid
go?
question.
Are we ready to go? We all
No.
here? We're not missing anybody, right? I think this is the usual suspects.
Not
Where's
just
Coda?
we gotta pick out the exact.
Yeah, where's Coda? True. Coda was in my chat the other night during Donkey Kong Country, okay? Coda's around.
Yeah, talking about eating a
Where's-
banana incorrectly.
Oh,
Where's
banana.
Spaghetti?
Oh yeah, what was she say? Eating a banana sideways or whatever? What was that about?
What?
Look, Shep. Not all of us.
Yeah,
have
go look
the
at
exact-
General.
Questions, to
What-
be
what-
honest.
What was that about?
How do you like even go about it? Like, because you have to stop at some point, right? Or do you like a corn? Like, how do you do it?
Oh yeah, wait, I'm supposed to. Wait, so we're in.
You just
the...
bite down really hard.
You smile really wide and slowly grate it across your teeth.
There we go. We start the event on Discord, and then it works. I'm trying a new
Well,
thing.
corn.
Okay, I'm evolving book club slightly. We're gonna be making them actual like listed as Discord events, instead of
Chad,
me having to individually type
can't
out shit
evolve.
every single week.
I
We
made
have the
fuck go back
technology.
button.
I can plan all this shit ahead of time. You guys can mark it on your calendars. It's great.
My
It's wonderful.
calendars.
Your Discord calendar, okay? Fuck you. All right, we're ready to go. it's time to get started. It's time to yap about books. You ever hear about books? Yeah, great. Me neither.
What the
All right.
fuck is a book?
I don't even know how to read. We're gonna get going. Where's the pre-show button? Welcome everybody to another exciting episode of the Anime Book Club here on YouTube and Twitch and eventually Spotify. And we're here to continue our discussions about Higurashi When They Cry, the manga. Here we are towards the end of the festival accompanying arc, aka Matsuri Bayashi Hen. We have one more week of it, but after this week. But before we get into this week's discussions, let's introduce our guest that we have here this week, starting in alphabetical order as I see on Discord. Arimia How Heart. Introduce yourself.
How, I'm Arumia. I like shonen shit. I don't have anything to recommend this week. I have been doing nothing but working 20 hours. No, I'm kidding. I haven't been reading much. Oh, I did start Strange Pictures. So there is a kind of a not a cult classic, but like a it's a trendy underground book. I don't know. It's a kind of trendy book. Strange Buildings. No, Strange Houses is the first one, and it's a Japanese mystery book where there's weird layouts and there's a mystery being uncovered through these odd pictures. And I am reading the second one in the series because that's all my library had. Strange Pictures, which is basically there's these weird ass pictures, and you're following these people trying to solve the mystery of what is behind these pictures. The author, I believe, is what's it called? Strange Houses. Uketsu. Uketsu. That's their username, I believe. Because they're like a YouTuber or something. But it's pretty interesting so far. It's actually pretty short. Like around 200 pages. But I haven't finished it yet. So I've just been real busy. But yeah, pretty interesting style. And it's 3 books so far. Strange Houses, Strange Pictures, and Strange Buildings. So yeah.
All right, go check that out if you're interested in that. Thank you so much for that. Next up, Aztec. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Aztec and I like bad media. I don't really have a recommendation. I didn't do anything this week. There's a video game called Tyranny. That's fun. It's an RPG. You play the bad guy.
All right. Go check out Tyranny if you're interested in that. Thank you so much for that. Next up, Rika Chama Fan Club President. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Shino, resident cute girl enjoyer. Recommendation for this week. I started reading Grisaya with my girlfriend, so I will recommend the spin-off. Churu Churu Mituru is pretty good and kind of gay. Good stuff.
Oh, hell yeah. I definitely go check that out. I interviewed a Grisaya artist at Anime Central. I still have to transcribe it and post it. They did like promo art for like chibi versions of some of its stuff or something like that. Yeah. So it was very interesting talking to them. I asked them a lot of questions about other visual novels as well. So go check out Grisaya if you're interested. What'd you say, the spin-off? One of the spin-offs of Grisaya specifically, or I forget what.
Yeah, there's a Magical Girl parody spin-off that features one of the heroines called Magical Girl Churu Churu Mituru, where she's a failing idol who looks up to another idol girl, and the main character of the mainline Grisaya series is like a child, so he's not relevant.
Okay. Go check that out if you're interested in that. Thank you so much for that. Next up, Shadow Triss. Introduce yourself.
I am Shadow. My anti-recommend for this week is simultaneously doing book club and also reading VN in less than a month. Don't do that.
What? Are you? Wait, say that again? Did you read a VN in a month or something, or?
I'm trying to get through Shadowverse. It's a VN disguised as a card game.
Oh, I see.
And because I have more amazing quotes, such as Hey Miser, someone dropped this. Hoping you can get back to him. Arisa, this is a bullet.
You gotta watch out for the bullet. You gotta be safe. All right, so don't check out Shadowverse. Apparently.
Well, that too.
Well, I mean, it's also just when is it closing? This month? The end of this month?
Yeah, the 30th.
Oh.
Shadow, I have to ask, do you consume media you enjoy at any point?
I'm enjoying it. The problem is that it's very long. I'm doing it in less than a month.
Listen, he likes Mega Man. There's that, right?
Does he?
I sure
Does
do.
he?
I would hope he does if he makes his whole online identity based around it. I don't know. I mean, I'd like to hope he does, but all right. Well, thank you so much for that, Shadow.
Good conversation for after stream.
Okay, cool. Next up, Thrice Demoned Away. Introduce yourself.
Hello, it's Bryce. Also, she, they. My recommendation this week is Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku, I guess, because I haven't
Oh.
started any of my new series yet, like reading wise. I have like a bunch of new ones, but I haven't read them yet. I've just been catching up on my older stuff. But that was a new series that I started watching like a little while ago, and I'm like halfway through the first season, and it seems pretty cool so far. So, yeah.
Yeah, go check that out if you're interested. I think we watched the first episode of that as part of our seasonal previews as well, and I think I liked that one. And I think I put it on my list to go back to later, so I would also probably say that that's pretty good. So check that out if you're interested in that. Thank you so much for that. Next up, me, Wolfborg, aka Chaplin, aka the best anime book club host ever of all time. Check Spotify. They'll tell you that themselves, especially if I get the pronunciation of a title wrong for the entire series. Okay, listen, fuck you. This week, I do actually have an anti-recommendation. I've been watching Takako play Drakengard for the PS2, the first one.
And we cannot
Yeah?
recommend Takako.
Uh-huh.
Drakengard is not
Yeah, use your
Yeah.
words.
Uh-huh.
I feel like Yoko Taro was trying to say a war is pointless because it is boring, repetitive, and it will make you go insane for no reason. I think that was his goal, because it sounds like he was using every opportunity to make it troll. It felt like he was rage baiting you in the entire time. It's got like song tracks that feels like it's like a record skipping the entire time as you have to battle like 300 dudes in flat, vast ground of nothing that has like no landmarks anywhere, and then if you die you have to do all of that over again, and you have to suffer through all the music over again. It doesn't sound like also, if there's like a big explosion, like if you're flying the dragon and you shoot a blast, there's like a very, you know, like the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure bass boosted car exhaust memes. It's like literally that sound every time a big explosion happens. I don't know what Yoko Taro was trying to say, but I feel like he was trying to say stop playing this. So
I think this is the most sold I've ever been on a game so far.
honestly, it kind of like does go like halfway through with that, because you're just like, how many different levels of fuckery is this with it? So it's a not recommend. It's kind of like on the border of don't bother playing this. You will have a bad time too. You will have a bad time. It's great. You should play it. So
no, watch someone else.
You decide for yourself with that. You decide for yourself what you want to do with that. So there you go. Drakengard. At least the first. I don't know shit about the other ones, but the first one is certainly something. So, all right.
3 is pretty similar.
I will say
also similar, but it's a different.
Yeah, I heard Yoko Taro just wasn't even involved with the second one. Yeah.
He was involved, I think, but he wasn't the like main director the way that he was for all of the other games that you would associate with him.
Okay. But yeah, I do have a quick actual recommendation for those of you who hate anti-recommendations. I saw Disclosure Day this week. which I thought was pretty good. It was pretty good. They're trying to they know aliens are real and it's being covered up, and they're trying to tell everybody in the world all at the same time. It had some like kind of long drawn out moments to it that were make me almost fall asleep, but like the other bits of it were pretty cool. So I don't know. I thought it was all right. I thought it was pretty neat. Go check out Disclosure Day if you're interested in that. So that's all for me. Next up, Women Apologist. Introduce yourself. It's been a while, I think, since you were last year, right? So
A couple of weeks, yeah. Hi, I'm Marianne, or Nan, whichever you prefer. My recommendation this week is gonna be... I got Hi-Fi Rush, finally, and that's pretty good.
ooh.
There's even a mod that puts me in the game. How quaint.
Wow, that's epic.
Damn. Congrats.
It's pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive. I can't believe you're spending those 2 weeks doing that. You were putting Shadow in the game. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Wow.
I definitely know how to code.
Me too. Anyways, thank you so much for that. And I think that's all the guests we have here for this week. So, we can begin our discussions about this week's reading. But before that, I want to very quickly see, Anne, since you've been gone the last couple of weeks, do you have any thoughts about the manga adaptations of things from the past couple of weeks that you wanted to share at all?
I just really wish the art hadn't stumbled here.
Yeah, that was a big point of discussion the past couple of weeks about it.
It's just like anywhere else it would have been like, oh yeah, that's kind of disappointing, but you know, whatever. It's a pretty long series. For it to stumble at the last little bit of the series is just like really disappointing. It's not horrible or like unreadable or anything, but there are so many bits where it just looks kind of busted.
Yeah, it's like serviceable. It's like serviceable most of the time, but then you see a really wonky fucking neck turn going on, and you're like, "Wait, what's happening here?" There was one that popped out to me this week, and it was Shion holding the gun, and it just like all of it kind of looks correct, but it feels off to me. I don't know. I was like, is that how that would look holding that gun? I'm no expert at it, but I don't know. But it wasn't like,
You know, gun enthusiast.
it wasn't like as bad as like the Takano neck turn or the Oishi side face thing that we saw in the past, I think. So I mean,
yeah.
It's just
I have some screenshots for this week.
Okay. Yeah, Shadow's showing the Shion with the gun. I'll show this on stream too.
Compared to some of these panels, that looks perfectly fine.
Yeah. I mean, this
There's
is
some quality in some other panels.
If you're listening on Spotify,
PNG.
unfortunately, you can't see the visuals on Spotify if you're listening, but you can check these out if you want to check out the VOD on YouTube. But yeah, it's just
Twice the view,
something feels off with her holding the gun like this. It looks like she's ready to fire with it, but also not. But I don't know.
It looks like she's about to enter a laser tag arena.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's a really good way to put it.
So she's ready to start blasting. Okay.
Like a true American.
Yeah. So what other thoughts did you have? And was it pretty much just about art?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of the general thing of like I think I've said a couple of times now. The answer arcs stay a lot closer to all of the events that happen in the original visual novel. So I tend to be liking them more. And in terms of the writing, I would say that holds pretty true with Matsuri Bayashi as well. But it really just is, the art is just not, it's not where you want it to be.
it's and we were discussing about before. We're like, what happened is like because their art when the last time they were doing
Yeah,
this
because
wasn't
this
that
is
bad.
the same artist who did she did the first arc and then she did the Atonement arc, I believe.
I believe that is correct. Yes, I did Abducted
So
by
it's like-
Demons, Atonement, and the Festival Accompanying arc.
So we know she can do a good job.
But it's probably definitely a scheduling issue, but also the fact
Yeah.
that like, so I'm like looking at the release dates of these things now because they were releasing this. We discussed last week, I think, a little bit. The Festival Accompanying arc was releasing at the same time as a different Higurashi arc. I forget which one. So these were like, because they were done by different artists, they could just have them be simultaneously released, even though they're like, you should read this arc before going to the next arc or whatever. They were just doing that. And then when I look at the dates for the ones by this artist specifically, they just went from Atonement arc ending, like straight into Festival Accompanying arc starting. So they like did not get a break at all in between, and then they were probably being pressured.
And then you get
timing-wise.
given the longest arc and
yeah,
the entire yeah. That definitely would explain a lot of the. Again, it's not unreadable. I don't want to like
no, yeah.
overstate it. It just it's more disappointing because of the context of this being the last arc and the artist having done a pretty good job beforehand. But, yeah, it's fun. Yeah, and then like I said, the writing is I mean, it's Ryukishi.
It's like it's the longest arc. This artist didn't get a break to go to this, and it has like all of the characters, like every single character is here and is doing all sorts of things for the plot now. So it's not like we just get to focus on this one character for a while or whatever. Now we're at the point where it's like the whole cast is doing something, and we got to jump to them every time so that everybody can be like, oh, that's what this character's doing. I was thinking this last week after book club. I didn't mention this during book club because I forgot. I was like, where's Shion? I don't think Shion was there at all when we met the group again. She showed up this week. But I was like, where's the twin? Where's Shion? Where'd she go?
We undone the twins for the final arc. Have fun.
It was Rikushi was gonna pull another trick. Shion was never real at the very end, actually.
It was all Neon somehow.
It was actually just Takano. Takano was the twin, and we just never knew it. This is the big reveal here. But no. Shion is there. But yeah.
Allegedly. I'm still not sure about them being twins.
But yeah, it was a
Prove they aren't clones.
I mean, that's true. You can't prove it. They're doing some funky science experiments over in the Irie Institute. You never know. Apparently they're not proving Takano's grandpa's theory is correct though, and that can't happen. So we could do other things though. Okay, so yeah, the art has been, but like I don't necessarily know if that's the fault of like the artists themselves or if it's like a lot of pressure and all. And I mean, these things happen, but like it is the main thing is that it's disappointing that whatever happened had to happen here at like the climax of the story that we've been following the whole time. It's very, very unfortunate with stuff like that, but it's not like it's unreadable. It's just sometimes you notice things. You start noticing, and you're like, why?
Sometimes.
Okay, well, to people who are not artists, you can even notice things, is what I mean to say. Artists will notice a fuck ton more, and it will annoy them.
Here.
This is why Ari is pissed. But
All right, since we're in the art section,
Yes,
I'll bring up my screenshots.
good, this gives me a chance to turn on my
So
Sorry to
because we've
start
been
us here.
ragging on the arts, but I was like going into this. I was like, okay, I've got to work today. I'm just going to read the chapters. I'm not gonna like try to harp on any of the arts. We've been talking about it way too much. I flipped the page, metaphorically speaking, because it's an ebook. I flipped the page, and this panel came up. I almost threw up laughing. I just
Oh god.
I had such a guttural reaction to this panel. That's I just
Moshi
like
moshi.
my throat just immediately just oh my god. I want you have to show
It's good.
this.
I'm showing
you
it.
know,
Sorry.
hold the
It's on
phone.
stream. It's on stream. Don't worry. It's on stream.
I just
It does look like a foot.
it looks like a foot. Yeah, okay. I'm not the only one that thinks it
does.
looks like she's holding the phone with her foot, which is not something you want your phone holding to look
Is her
like.
hand okay? Is it okay?
I don't think
Okay,
so.
but do we know that it isn't her foot?
I don't know anything about Nomura's life, okay? I don't know.
I'm not even kidding. Like my throat just oh my gosh.
This is whenever she's tricked. They
This is how you know
okay?
she's-
This is all intentional.
Yeah, this is how you know she's fucked up and evil. It's so that, like, you know, she does that, makes it all look all wrong and weird, okay? It's on purpose, okay? You just don't see the vision. God. It's like Yoko Taro making Drakengard all over again. Come on, guys.
And then, like, just to really show off how little time they had for all of this, we have this shot of Rika's house where for the moon, they just got a photo of the moon and
Hey.
slapped it on there.
Hey, listen.
Like,
Listen.
you couldn't just draw a white orb and put some little spots on it?
Hey, listen, okay?
You
really-
went to nasa.gov and grabbed a photo.
Look, we gotta make that 2010s asset flip money.
Wait, hold on.
Oh my
When was
goodness.
Manga made again? I need to remember.
This was made in 2008. Or it ended.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2008 to, like, 2011, I think, was when
Ta-da.
it was releasing.
Yeah. So this would be like 2010, right at it.
Oh no.
Now
They were the
I just-
blueprint the whole time.
Yeah, like Thrice says in chat, it's like super realistic too because it's our fucking moon. And they didn't like try to put any filter over it. They just monochromed it and slapped it there. Wow.
The sky also looks like a photo, but like a different photo.
Yeah, actually,
the way
yeah,
the
it
clouds are.
does. I bet it is too. I bet it is because like it's
Layered
the-
stock images on each other.
Hey,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys are gonna feel so silly when you realize all along these were like Ryukishi doing real photos of places, okay, and just applying a filter on it like you did for the backgrounds, okay, but we want to do it here instead. It's called creativity, alright? It's called having fun. A vision.
so-
Okay.
There's
I'm
just a
looking-
lady who actually
visual
holds her phone like
Now, to be fair, I was like, okay, I'm ragging on this art too much. So here is, I think this is my favorite panel from this week. Not much to mess up here because it's just a very cropped headshot, but it's a very
Yeah.
nice headshot
I like these shots
of
when I come back.
Mion and Shion's mother.
Yeah, I
It's
like these shots.
very yes, it's very well rendered. The anatomy looks good. Her eyes are very nice. They really fit in with her character. The mouth is pretty. Her hair is very nice. That's about all I can comment on because that's the entire picture. But it's a very nice panel. Very pretty.
Yeah.
So I wanted to have and show that to viewers too, because I wanted to have at least one nice thing to say about the art this week.
There
The
you
artists
go.
can do good art when they're not, I assume, being whipped. Like
Happens.
It was a pretty good
just-
train.
keep them. Yeah, the train parts.
Hey, listen, the train.
Block that out.
You block out
The
one of the best scenes this
Toma
week.
train.
Oh, by the way,
You
that
wanted the best part.
I just want this noted, okay? That picture of the moon that like comes up in multiple panels. And they still use that same image of the moon in all of them. They didn't feel like redrawing the moon. I don't think it's just the
Well, that's
same
because
photo
there's
of the
nothing to
moon.
redraw.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
it's
like,
just a NASA.gov.
like here. I'm pretty sure it's just the same moon, but like the contrast or whatever is just like fucked with. So I'll show it on stream too. Oh, yeah, here you go.
Would it be a different moon? There's only one moon.
Yeah.
I just, you motherfucker, you know what I mean, okay? Don't actually me without using Andy's emote, okay? It's fucked up. Wait, where's the
Sorry,
where's the other one?
put it in the chat.
I'll put the moons side by side. Then there will be 2 moons. Fuck you.
No.
Wait, I'm clicking on a wrong
it's really
image.
funny too, because it's like all you have to do is just make a small dot and just put a couple specks on it and just throw some glow on it. That's all you gotta do. Like it's
There you go. Yeah, it's just the same image of the moon. Hey, listen, okay? You just listen.
I'm listening.
These things just happen. It's not like the end of the world. You're able to understand the gist of the story. It's just, you know, and I think we were saying this about some other series too, where it felt like things were falling apart and they were like on a rush schedule towards the end of other series. I think, was it Rosen Maiden? I think Rosen Maiden's problem was more so like the plot of things though.
they had a lot of problems.
Was it Maiden where the end of the plot was literally just ragging on your editors?
Yeah. So yeah, it's listen.
Where it barely had a plot to begin with. Even when they had time, they were so disinterested in the plot that they had created that they just went on side tangents for the entire story.
I'm still thinking about the old man who effectively defeated himself. I still thinking about that guy.
Hey, it happens sometimes, okay? Man versus self. Look it up. Anyways, okay. What other? Is there any other art comments that we wanted to have here? I will say, for myself, I thought it was very extremely funny that Takano was trying to be like Takano was talking about Tomitake. She's like, he has no sense of humor. He doesn't have this. He doesn't have that. But he does have a little bit of fat on his belly. That's kind of cute. And it zoomed in on that. And I'm like, this is what we're zooming in on. This is all right.
It was literally the Shion Satoshi thing of like, oh, he's so useless. He's so stupid. He can't do anything without me.
Hey,
but,
listen, that's
man.
fine, but listen, that part I can get. The focusing on him being a little fat as like the one redeeming quality we could list for him though. And then he gets his train scene, which we'll talk about the train scene, but
the train scene.
And then also we had a lot of art focusing on Oishi this week because it was trying to do almost like I don't know if redemption is the right word for it because I don't think he
rationalization.
I don't really think he was ever really a bad guy. I think he just showed up and then like failed to do anything and then left and then nothing happened.
Also, the art's kind of weird.
And then like every artist drew him like he was the bad guy, and then like he like obviously was not the real bad guy in the other arcs. And then like every artist seemed like they hated Oishi. This one, it feels like she's really trying to showcase how nice he can be and how like kind and a hero that he could be for the group, and I'm just not feeling it still. And I don't know if that's the fault of his design or this artist's style with him. I just also still feel like he looks ugly and I don't trust him. I don't know. But I don't know if that's the fault of the artist though. I think that's the fault of the design that we have for him. So, and you know, sometimes that's just how it be. You know. Okay. Is there anything else that people had to say about art stuff that we could think of immediately, or? Okay. Plot-wise, this week was a lot of focus on the adults in the group, as you can tell by the background image for this week. The cover of this omnibus being Irie, Oishi, Akasaka in the protagonist spot, and then Tomitake behind him. Okay, they're all in their like their hero poses here, their hero shot or whatever you would call it. And they're the focus of a lot of stuff for this week because Rika's like, I don't know how to do this. We have like one more shot at this.
How the fuck do I do this?
I don't know what to do here. And Ryukishi looked you, the viewer, the reader,
In the
straight
eye.
in the face, in the eye, and said, hey, if you're ever in trouble and you don't know what to do, seek help from anybody you can. You gotta go to your friends, you gotta ask your parents, you gotta call the police. You gotta, just ask somebody, anybody, what to do. And Rika looked at her sheep childhood friend / god and said, Hanyu, what do we do? And Hanyu's like, it's simple. You just go to your friends and you tell them that you got a problem. And Rika's like, but they won't believe me. It sounds like a manga plot. And Hanyu looked straight into the camera and Hanyu looked straight to the camera and said, that's perfect. So we go to the friends, and Rika's like, I'm writing a manga. And here's the plot. And I need you to help me figure out how to write my way out of this situation. Please, my life depends on it. Not literally, but also literally. My life depends on it.
You sure Higurashi isn't in comedy? I'm just making sure.
And like the group was helping her figure out like, oh, Takano is probably gonna do this because of this reason or whatever. The bigger bad is like manipulating her into wanting to do it. And so like they're getting that part right, and then Rika's like, okay, so how do we stop them? And Mion's just like, you don't. We can't do that shit. The characters you got here, they won't be able to do shit.
We need some more characters.
You gotta seek help, more help. So Ryukishi just really wanted you to understand the theme of Higurashi is community and seeking guidance when you're in need. He really wanted you to know this now more than ever. If you didn't catch it along the way from the 7 different other times where he looked you dead in the face and said, "Go ask your parents if you're having trouble with things." Okay.
How about the clocks in your room?
Like, I understand some of the times he was directly saying it in the afterword, not in the story itself, but other times in the story he was just saying, go seek help from friends. And we had and I understand that's like the central theme of it, but it gets to a point where it feels a little too cheesy with it to me. I'm like, okay, I get that point already, Ryukishi. I understand. Go seek help. My friends are my power. I get it. I've heard the speeches that you've made Keiichi give before regarding this. I feel it. I'm with you. I vibe with it. Okay, but what exactly do we do? Do we let the small, tiny child go up to the cops and say, "Hey, so I've actually been time looping this whole time, and there's a massive government conspiracy that's going to be happening here in like a couple of days, and everybody's going to die, and you have to help me, or I'm also going to die." What do? How do you approach this situation? And I mean, I guess the answer was just try it and see what happens here. And then it worked out more because Akasaka showed up this time. Akasaka's like, I'm here, don't worry, finally, after all the fragments, I'm here to help you figure something out, Rika. And I just want to say, I think it's great that Akasaka wants to show up and save Rika. And I understand Rika has been time looping for like hundreds of years now at this point or something. Did we need the small like 10-year-old child to act like this is now like her childhood crush returning home or something the whole time? Did we need her to act all embarrassed that Akasaka was going to be staying overnight at her house? Did we need that? Was that important? Was that integral? Or
yes, it's mandatory for the plot.
Oh, okay, all right. I get it. Like I get that it's supposed to be like a very emotional moment for Rika, where like she's like saved by who is effectively the core actual able to do shit kind of character. By shit I mean like anything. He's kind of like really really good at like all of these things. Because he's supposed to be like a higher up top secret police agent or something. I forget how they explained
it. Who?
He's like in some.
He's a fucking Mary Sue. That's all he is.
Basically. And in case any of you listeners missed it from one of the afterwards we read last week, okay, Ryukishi thinks that he's him. Ryukishi wrote him and said he's basically me, and said, "Isn't he so handsome?" Like, these are actually the words that he put in there. So, listen, Ryukishi envisions himself as this man. Okay, it's fine.
He
Maybe
is the handsome
little
karate god.
I do. It's supposed to be like definitely more than a little tongue in cheek, but also
listen. Okay,
But also,
he's.
he did just come out and say it.
I'm like I would get it from the perspective of like Ryukishi was probably a social worker who's seen a lot of cases, and he really wanted to be the hero for a lot of some of the cases that he might have seen. Maybe that was the inspiration for this kind of character. This is a Mary Sue kind of a Gary Stu, whatever it's called if they're a man or whatever. Like that kind of character who can do anything and accomplish anything, and like is like a hero looking character with this, but he's not like the main focus of the story itself. Maybe that's him in the sense of this is the person who he would want to become, and if he had the powers to achieve all of this, I guess. Maybe that's what he was going for with that. But it just was very funny. He was like, he's basically me, and he looks handsome, right? You guys think he's handsome? But
it's also
yes.
a very fun thing to then contrast that with the closest thing to a self-insert character in Umineko. That would be Feathering.
Oh, okay. I was like trying to like run through my head, like which one would that be? Which one would that be? Oh, okay. Feathering makes sense for that. Yeah. We won't get into that too much for those of you who don't want to be spoiled on Umineko stuff, I guess. But if you know, you probably understand too. So, there was quite a bit of Umineko thoughts in my head this week that I won't get too much into here, but I just kind of want it known. I had the thought recently. I was like, we keep getting quotes throughout most of this from Burn Castle. And I'm like, where did the quotes... Have we had quotes from that in a while? I don't think we had any in this arc yet. And I'm like, is Rika supposed to be burned? Because this is definitely who it appears to be in Umineko, but I don't know if that was just Ryukishi stealing a character design thing or whatever. But then we have the quotes from Burn Castle here, or but maybe this gets answered later. I don't know. But the thought entered my head again because we're focusing on Rika here, and I'm just like, where's Burn Castle? Where's Burn? What's happening with that? There was also still the question in my head from Ari the other week, being like, who? So Burn is probably Rika. Who would be Lambda Delta? I mean, I thought about that a little bit again. Is this supposed to be like a controversial topic in the Umineko fandom? Whether it's like Satoko or Takano or something? Because before knowing about Takano, I would have just assumed it is
even
Satoko.
Stupider.
It's so dumb.
Oh boy.
No.
Very, very interesting stuff. Okay.
Ichi.
The other Umineko thought in my head is, by the end of this, I feel like, and it kind of makes sense for me to feel like this, though, for several different factors. Umineko is just a much better story, I think, for me personally. Higurashi, like the story of Higurashi is pretty good overall, but Umineko's is like, if I'm comparing the two, it's like much better. But I mean, that's makes sense, I guess. We got this series out of the way, and then we did a more meta thing that was longer and had like, we already had the experience of writing that first story out of the way with that. So, it kind of makes sense, I think. But it was another thought that came in my head while reading this. I was thinking of the comparisons to Umineko, and trying not to compare it in terms of art, I guess, because the I don't think we really had any problems with the art for the Umineko manga. I don't remember having any issues with the art of the Umineko manga, at least. I remember a lot of it being really fucking cool shots in the Umineko manga. Maybe we learned our lesson.
That's that anime, though.
Hey, listen, they had nothing to do with that, okay? Listen. Maybe it was just something like after some of the visuals for the Higurashi manga, they were like, wait a minute, maybe we should like let the artists take a little more of their time when it comes to the Umineko manga. Maybe we should let them cook a bit. I don't know. Maybe people actually give a shit about how it looks for some of this. I don't know. Maybe we should let them take their time. I don't know. Okay, I kind of went off on a tangent about that stuff, but I don't want this to be an Umineko focused thing. I just wanted to share. Those are thoughts that came into my head. What else was there? Oh, Umineko came into my thought again one other time. This is going to be the end of my bits about this, I think. When one of them, I think Shion, looked to one of the characters and said, tell Mion, you know, if we die, I hope we're reborn as twins in the next life. Or I think she directly said this to her sister or something, saying, I if we die, or if I die, I hope we're reborn as twins in the next life. And I'm thinking, Umineko, Shannon, Karin, or something? I don't know. But they look like Jessica, more so?
Don't worry about it, Chip.
I don't know. Alright, anyways. So we went to the adults.
Every single character in Umineko has a direct counterpart in Higurashi.
I mean...
Wait, tell me there's more twins?
You think is Kraus? No, wait. Who do you think is Rudolph?
Who do you
Who
No,
you
who do
shake-
you think is Kenzo?
Rudolph, Keiichi's dad? I don't know too much about Keiichi's dad. He looks a little like Rudolph, I think.
I think Goichi probably has a red nose.
Wrong Rudolph. Aztec, wrong Rudolph.
Tomi
I just wish we knew who Okanogi was.
I know. I can't possibly know. I love how I spotted Okanogi immediately when we were reading Umineko, and I'm like, this guy is sus. I don't trust this motherfucker. And we see him here, and he's like, hey, I've done some fucked up shit all my life, and I'm ready to do more fucked up shit tonight. I'm ready to get going. I'm ready to fucking kill some children. Like, alright, well, I wonder if he's the bad guy
Nothing quite
here.
gets you fired up like murdering children.
I wonder if he's the bad guy here. I don't know. Who could say? It's morally
What a
gray.
Larry term.
You know, it's hard to say. It's okay. We're gonna have a whole arc about Okanogi next week. That's gonna tell us all of his backstory too before this is over, right? Because this is how Rikushi works. He's gonna.
Yeah,
his
sure.
Yeah. We got time for that.
I hope.
right?
I hope we start.
You mean Kikonia?
Oh my god.
I hope we like start next week. Okanogi shows up again, and he's ready to get revenge on Akasaka for punching him into a fucking truck, and he's like ready to go, and then Oishi just pulls out a gun and just kills him one shot, and then we're done with that. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that. By the way,
All that American magic.
Speaking of Oishi, okay, Oishi's moments here. Okay, we had a whole chapter focusing named after him even, and the reason why is because he just can't, he doesn't know if he has it in him to help out the group to try to defeat the evil plot that's happening. But it's not because he's worried about dying. It's because he's worried about his pension. And like, it tries to do this thing like, listen, okay, it's his whole life he's been working really hard. Okay, he can't, you're asking him to basically throw his life away potentially to help out with this thing here. If he helps out, he might not be able to get his pension. I'm like, are we not going to bring up the fact that he could fucking die? Is this not what we're bringing up here?
No,
Hello?
that's not important. Okay,
Why would
it's
that
a
matter?
mention.
And like, a thought in my head was like, okay, he's a cop, and he's done this for years, so maybe he they wouldn't bring it up because they just assume he wouldn't care about that at this point. I feel like it's something that we should consider or bring up a little bit for Oishi to be like, no, I'm not worried about that bit or whatever. But no, it's just like he's actually just freaking out and vocalizing, of course I'm fucking scared of helping you guys because I don't want to lose my fucking pension. I got like one more year left in me, and then I'm done. I'm free. I'm out of here. And now you're asking me at the very end to help you guys out with this shit. And he's like, let me get some time to think about this, please, guys. Give me some, give. He keeps being like, give this coward some time Give this coward some time to consider. And Hanyu's just like, you got it. I get to speak for the group now. You got this. I've watched over you your whole life. You don't know it, but I've been watching over you and everybody else in this village all your lives. Okay, I understand the actions that you've done and all the things you've worked for. You can take like a day or two maybe to consider it. But, you know, don't take too long though, okay? Because they're gonna kill us in like fucking 3 days or something. So
I do love like the juxtaposition of like this small child who has been time looping and is pleading for help to not be killed by this mass government conspiracy. And then you have Oishi's problems, which are very realistic, where it's like,
Yeah.
I could lose everything. Like, not even, you know, putting aside my health and well-being, I might be homeless at the end of this if this goes bad, you know,
Yeah.
if I even survive.
Yep.
You know, I have a wife to take care of. I would like to retire. It's like, yeah, that's, yeah, yeah.
They're like real concerns to have, but it just kept being in my head like, okay, but there's the larger concern of you could fucking die in general, not just like about like
Small
fucking up your retirement or whatever. Fucking up the retirement's also kind of bad though, like, but I feel like the whole dying bit, but maybe they just is a thing that Ryukishi didn't want to discuss. Maybe it's just a thing of like, okay, well, he's up there in age, maybe he just doesn't care if he would die or not. He just, if he doesn't die though, he wants to retire comfortably and not painfully, because it's gonna be hard for him to do shit if he's got no money to carry him on in life afterwards. I don't fucking know. But so like he had to be like, let me go think about this, and then he got his own little interactions with the Sonozakis, because we were reminded that like for decades of him looking into like the situation in the village, the situations in general, looking after the village, because he was there during like the jam project stuff or whatever, and then before that I'm assuming too, and all that. When like the case started too, he's just assuming it's the Sonozakis who are the ones behind it all, because he's assuming they're behind a lot of the crime in the area because they're the Yakuza family. So obviously they got to be up to no good, and they're they have all the connections to do it, and they have all the connections to sweep it under the rug and all that. And if they've done it before, they could do it again more easily and all that. And now he's finding out that they're not the people involved with it at all, and he's being reassured that they absolutely not only have nothing involved with it, they're just quietly claiming that they quietly acting like they are the ones responsible, even though they're not like acknowledging it. They're just making people think that they're involved with it by like being silent, but in actuality they're also scared of the murders that happen every year. So it's that thought of like, okay, so not only are they not involved, they're also scared of what's happening. And I feel like there was a whole bigger conflict in that side of the story that we just never got to experience or see. Truly. It felt like we'd written a Yakuza family in the area to, like, as one of Ryukishi's big red herrings, I guess, in the beginning, to make you think you might know who the big bad is. It would be the Sonozaki, the evil Yakuza family that's pulling all the strings or whatever, because they're the Yakuza family. But in actuality, like, it's an even bigger conspiracy that you should have considered instead. And I'm just like, well, okay, but I feel like Oishi's just like, I've been wrong all this time. How could I have been so wrong about all of this? What kind of detective am I? And I'm just like, no, I feel like your conclusion was probably the normal conclusion most people would have come to in the situation of this case over the years, probably, especially considering the connection that started and how it led to. But in practice, it ended up being a series of coincidences of people dying who were somewhat associated with the damn project in some way for like several years. But it was more so a coincidence that happened, I guess. So I can't exactly blame him for assuming that, but it felt like Ryukishi was trying to be like, huh, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover there. see, this kind of shit could happen. I'm like, okay, but what are the odds of this happening? I don't know. This is a lot. There's a lot involved with that.
What are the odds that the family that has a torture room in their house isn't actually torturing people?
I'm just, it's just like, I feel like, yeah. Listen, and this isn't to say that like the Yakuza family is not up to criminal shit. I think my problem is I don't think we've actually seen that except when Shion went insane. I don't remember seeing them actually doing criminal shit except for that. That and I guess that one fragment where Mion probably told the family to hide the body that Keiichi killed better. I guess. Or did they also do that with Reina? I think they did that with Reina's case too when Reina killed the that one guy. Anyways, Oishi's, not only is he realizing this stuff, he's like going to the grave of his friend who reminded him of his dad because he fucking punched him. And he goes to his grave. This is the dam director. And Sonozaki shows up to the grave. And he's like, oh, what are Sonozaki's doing here at his grave? And it's the mom, Akane, and Shion, who we hadn't seen until now in this fragment. And they're there with blue hydrangeas. I think I think that was it. And they were like, oh yeah, we just leave this for his grave all the time. And the grandma makes what was it called? Osashi or something like that? Some sort of baked good or sweet or something. Ohagi, thank you, Soul. Ohagi. I guess the grandma just also bakes it on the anniversary. Do you bake ohagi? I don't know what ohagi is. Makes. Okay, she makes ohagi, and they leave it on the grave, and they leave the hydrangeas too. And Oishi has seen the hydrangeas left at the grave before and hadn't known who left it. So Oishi himself was leaving, I forget which kind of flowers. I think they were like white flowers of some kind. Leaving those because they looked good next to the hydrangeas. So it's like, okay, he's had this connection with them the whole time, and he hasn't realized it until now. And that's I think the scene where we got the really nice shots of Akane. I like how Akane's character looks. I like how she's usually drawn in some of these arcs. I kind of wish we had more opportunities for her to be involved with the story and all, but I guess Ryukishi wasn't trying to do anything involving the Yakuza here. I think the closest we probably got to it was that Beyond Midnight arc where the grown-up Mion/Shion whatever looked kind of similar to that. So I guess there was that. So they have like a bonding moment there where they're like, listen, the damn war's over. We don't hate you. You don't hate us. We got no problems with each other. We moved on already. We don't hate the director either. We're not the ones who killed him. But we don't necessarily hate him anymore because the thing's over. And I'm like, listen, I'm saying that, and I'm thinking, okay, but like, doesn't the village still bully the Hojos? Doesn't the village still like ignore Satoko? And then I thought to myself, wait a minute, what about the Satoko uncle situation? Did that just not happen in this fragment either? Because I was like, where's the uncle situation?
Yeah, don't worry, because I forget her name.
Teppei only comes back in a few fragments, because he only comes back when Rina dies in Okinomiya.
Okay, so Rina's fine here. Okay.
That's why in the last fragment, Rika was so distraught that this basically game ender happens that's so rare to happen.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, so we had that factor adjusted, and we also had the Shion was not immediately a part of the cast thing. That's why Shion wasn't introduced until, again, in this fragment until now. Whereas before she was like directly involved with like the school and everything, and was like a friend of Satoko there. But now she's kind of distant from all that, but it's probably different now. In a way, I was thinking maybe the condition for this is like the true situation of like where this all would have been in the grand scheme of things or whatever. But then I was like, maybe I'm thinking of that too much like Umineko, where we're like seeing like theories of what happened, but then there's like a reality of what happened. But that doesn't seem to be the case here. This seems like these are all different, correct realities of what happened here, and we're just trying to actually change the results of it here directly. So Oishi's stuff happened, and eventually I think he was just like still undecided about it. And then he gets the call from the group being like, all right, we come up with a plan. We just need you to do something highly illegal for you to do. Can you do it? He's like, well, shit. Fuck. I guess. Yeah, fuck it. I'll help you guys out. I was like, is one thing to help out the group. They're like, can you help us out by like falsifying autopsy reports? They're like, okay, well, that's a bit much, but all right, sure. Fuck it. If it's to stop them. Yeah, why not? We have our grand plan for everything here is
For all the marbles.
is I think they call it Operation 48 Hours, because the idea is a part of the theory about Hinamizawa syndrome is that when the queen carrier, that's Rika, dies in 48 hours, by 48 hours, everybody at Hinamizawa everybody who has Hinamizawa syndrome will go crazy. And start killing people and all that. And their idea is, okay, Takano is probably being tricked into doing this in order to execute the emergency protocol so that they can wipe out everybody in order to hide the evidence of Hinamizawa syndrome happening. The point of the emergency protocol that they do, which is to murder everybody, is to hide Hinamizawa syndrome in general. We just wipe out everybody in the population if it starts going crazy like that. And Takano's to be tricked into doing this because she believes that if she does this, her grandfather's research will be unable to be ignored, in the sense that like this incident will happen. She seems to know that like they're probably just gonna cover up all this shit anyways, but like I guess she's like, he'll become a god in the sense that he'll be proven right to the higher ups in this group specifically, at least. So I guess that's all she cares about. Yeah, I guess. But anyways, they're trying to circumvent that by saying, okay, we can cause factional disputes in like the Tokyo group if they were to find out that the Queen Carrie dying does not in fact cause Hinamizawa syndrome to spike for everybody. If we make them think this, then they won't kill Rika, and then they won't have to kill everybody else in the village. So we'll fake an autopsy report. We'll fake a report saying that we found Rika's body. She's been dead for over 48 hours. So that when the higher-ups hear about that, they're going to not want to authorize the emergency protocol, because they're like, okay, well, it sounds like your theory that they would all go crazy is wrong. And the idea makes sense, I think, but I feel like they failed to factor in just how insane Takano probably is. Because when I was hearing that plan, I was immediately thinking, okay, you guys are going to, like, prevent Takano from doing anything to you guys are not only preventing her from proving her grandfather's research is correct, you're trying to make her think that her research is wrong and that the grandfather's research is incorrect. And so she would probably still kill them all just to spite them at that point, I think. She would just snap, I think, and she would reach the highest levels of Hinamizawa syndrome immediately and kill them all, I think. I'm just saying, if you're actively making her think that all their research has just been wrong all this time, is going to do something. I don't know.
Aren't they like immunized or some shit?
Well, they're supposed to be, yes. But, I mean, I didn't know, like, if the immunization doesn't work up to a certain point or whatever. That was an idea that happened in my head. Like, if you're under a certain amount of distress, maybe it doesn't work. I don't know, but maybe it does. But regardless, whether it's Hinamizawa syndrome drives her to do it or not, she would probably snap. I think. I still remember it in my head. Like, there's these little scenes this week where it tries to make us feel like more connected with Takano when she's thinking about Tomitake and how guilty she feels about having to kill him as the next step of the plan, and how she's like daydreaming about him and everything. which is not a side of her that I expected to actually be real. I just fully expected her to be fully manipulating him the whole time. But apparently she is also just lovey-dovey with him from her side of it too. But like, that whole time is trying to make us feel connected to her, but I'm still thinking of like, okay, but you like took pleasure in torturing Rika's mom. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, but she didn't love Rika's mom. Come on.
I'm just being like, Rika, she's trying to be like, see, these people have like
there you go.
a good side to them too. Some of these people are just like out here trying to bring their grandpa's theory to life. Okay, but she like took pleasure in torturing several people. It sounds like. I don't know. I don't
think
that
she's
one.
like trying to like redeem them or anything. Just pointing out like, yeah, they're human. They're not complete monsters. They are still just people in the end.
I don't know.
Allegedly.
It felt like the lens that we were getting in the, not last week, I think the week before, where it's like you saw Takano's point of view and then you saw Irie's point of view, and like Takano made it look like everything that she was doing was like just for the grandpa, and she's doing her best to ensure that the research is safe for everybody. And then you go to like Irie's point of view, and Irie's just like, okay, she's like a maniac. She's like a psychopath that's trying to get me to like dissect children and shit. I don't know if I like this. I don't feel comfortable with this woman. And I'm just like, okay, but is this is her being guilty about Tomitake like actually how this looks in reality, or actually is in reality, or if this is just like how she's justifying it to herself later or something? I don't know. I feel like it, like those moments feel like it's trying to, if it's trying to just make me feel like, see, she's human just like the rest of us. I'm still thinking of like the crazy shit she was doing to other people and being like, okay, maybe she is human, but I still don't forgive her, I guess. I don't know. We truly need a women apologist, I think, this week. We truly do. Not. It sounds like next week, especially, we're gonna need it. She's on the cover of it in like her full-on "I'm going to murder everybody" outfit. That very much looks inspired by a certain other type of uniform. I don't. What are we gonna do about Takano? Do we end the series killing her? Or are we gonna try to like
apologize for her, obviously, with our women apologist?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
can she
that's
be
what I'm here
forgiven?
for.
Can she be forgiven for all that she's done?
Can anyone?
No.
Well, I mean, most people in
Can
most cases, yes. But
anyone?
I feel like there's like a
In most
threshold
cases.
though. There's a
And
threshold
does
though.
Takano cross that threshold?
Yeah, I would say so on multiple occasions, probably. I'm
I
just
guess
saying.
you just hate women.
Maybe do all of them wish to massacre entire villages and
Yes.
torture mothers of children when they won't let them dissect their children? I don't know.
Don't we
Yeah,
all
didn't you
sometimes?
read Mineko?
Well, yeah, I'm just saying. Okay, we got Akasaka, we got Oishi, we got Irie's goal, or Irie's job this week is just to act like everything's normal and pretend to go to Rika's house to give her checkups, but like she's not there. We're just going to talk with Akasaka and relay information to him while we're there. Rika's like at the Sonozakis, just hiding there. Most of the group is just hiding out at the Sonozaki's place. Once they go to them and say, hey guys, that manga plot I told you guys about, it's real. It's a real thing. You guys will help out, right? And they're like, I mean, I didn't expect that, but sure, we got you.
Thrilled. They are thrilled to help out.
Of course, sorry.
Like, this sounds
They're
like a
like,
challenge.
oh, somebody's gonna kill you? Yay!
Finally, a
Like,
challenge
to
for the
overthrow
club.
the
Finally.
government.
Yeah, they were like
Finally.
really excited that somebody's coming to kill Rika.
I mean, who wouldn't be?
Normal people, Shadow.
Well,
That's
unfortunately,
it.
I'm not normal. So,
So you were excited that somebody's gonna
That's
kill
well
Rika.
established, I think.
yeah.
So Oh, and Satoko didn't have to be explained all this. She just was stalking Rika and then overheard her talk with the adults. And she's like, "Oh no, we're good. Yeah, I got you. I'm already packing the bags. We're going to the Sonozakis, right? We're going to their place. We're gonna hide in their war basement torture chamber thing, whatever that is. It's like a repurposed air raid shelter or something. I think they said. Well, yeah, we're moving there, right? I'm packing the bags for us right now, honey. Don't worry. So Akasaka's staying there. Irie was that. It was pretending like everything is going fine. And then he had one other moment that I remembered, and it was Takano starts to suspect Irie is betraying them and is listening in on his phone call because they're like, oh, he's about to make a phone call. All right, let's listen in because we don't trust him anymore. And they go listen in and they're like, huh, this phone's been ringing for like 2-3 minutes now. Why the fuck are they leaving it? Normal people hang up the phone by now. Wait, check the camera. He's fucking running. What do you mean he's fucking running? Yeah, he's just gone. What? What do you mean he's fucking gone? He just left the phone open? Yeah, he did. Yes, this is all according to plan. Akasaka said, in case of emergencies, simply attempt to call the house and leave it ringing for like more than 3 minutes, and I'll know an emergency has happened.
Minutes.
For like 3 fucking minutes.
I understand that's a cool idea. Great idea when you're dealing with this kind of conspiracy levels. 3 minutes?
Did phones used to do that?
I guess it's a world before automatic answering machines.
Yeah, the
Your phone
80s.
would just ring.
I didn't get to
3
experience the 80s. I don't know.
I'm not an 80s kid.
Like, not
Well-
30 seconds, like a minute, you know?
Like, would they
3
legitimately just go
minutes.
until one of you hung up?
I guess so. Like, what the hell?
Look, Ari,
This is the
back
most
in the day,
fantastical part of this
people
match.
were more patient,
This is the
okay?
part we're gonna get caught up on.
Yes, this is the problem
They
here.
had
Yes.
places they need to be, okay? They can wait. They can wait 3 minutes.
So yeah, this is the very important way to do this, and I'm just thinking to myself, okay, but what if you like? I mean, they're watching the house, so they probably assume Akasaka shouldn't answer their phone or whatever. But like, what if like? Satoko was also supposed to be staying with him, right? What if someone was trying to call Satoko? Oh wait, was Satoko not actually there? I don't remember now the details.
No,
of it.
because Satoko was with Rika at the Sonozakis.
Okay, so
And
Akasaka
nobody
was the
likes
only one staying
Satoko
there.
anyway, so nobody would be calling her.
Oh damn. All right. I mean, it's
True!
It's true,
literally
but-
the entire plot!
Yeah.
it's true, but she's crying in the corner now. Okay, you monster. Okay, do you feel bad for this?
Good.
I can't believe Ari hates Sadako.
I can believe it.
I can believe it.
There's another one of the villagers in Hinamizawa right
pretty in
here,
character.
apparently. I understand it.
Oh no. Ari's gonna be dead by the end of this.
Yeah,
Hey.
Ari's approaching
Ow,
L5.
ow,
Cry harder.
ow, ow.
What else was there? So, yeah, so Irie is just like, all right, let me run. And then, like, they're chasing after him, and they just, all right, can we shoot him? This is taking too long. And she's like, yeah, sure, you shoot. And they shoot him, he crashes off the road, and they're like, all right, we got this motherfucker. And then Shion pulls up with Kasai, like her bodyguard there, and they're just like, get in the fucking car, let's go, we're leaving this town now. And they drive away, and they're like, so what's happening? What happened, buddy? Do we gotta get you like a hospital or something? They like don't know the situation at all. They're just like, okay, he just got pushed off the road. We just happened to see it. We saw the smoke. We have to go grab him. Quick, leave now before all this bullshit. Just go. They just like assumed everything and just like left, and they're just like, okay, so what's happening here? We gotta take you to the hospital, man. You're not looking good. He's like, no, don't go there. We gotta go to your house. Like, my house? What the fuck? We gotta go now. We gotta go.
We gotta go.
But he's got a tracking device on him, because of course he's got a tracking device on him. So they're just like, Okanogi's like, we're just gonna let him take us right to Rika. Because they're at the point now where they're just like, they just do not believe Rika's dead. Mostly because it felt like Irie was not clued in on what the plan was regarding the faking of Rika's death, because he's
Yeah,
just
the
been going
minute
to he's been going to the house for several days,
minute
acting like
he
he's
went
doing
there.
checkups on her, and like he hasn't been. So like, but as far as they know, they're like, Irie has seen Rika for the past few days, so she should be alive. And they're like, okay, but is Rika in there or not? Should we break open the door and go check, or what do we do here? Just keep watching the house? What's going on, Irie? He's like, no, yeah, she's fine in there, as far as I know. I checked on her. It looked fine to me. Anyway, I gotta make a phone call. I just...
Yeah, they definitely should have told him.
Sorry, they couldn't have told him, okay? They would try to call him, and he would ignore the phone for like 3 mininutes, and then they would assume it's an emergency, so they can't do
Yeah,
that. They've
true.
cut off their lines of communication here, I guess. Yeah, I just... meanwhile, Tomitake's just hiding in a hotel somewhere. I was like...
As you do.
Takano's just like, I have to kill him. Where is he? The one time I needed him the most to kill him. I can't find him anywhere.
One time I wanted to see his face right before I stab him. I just can't.
I feel so bad about what I have to do. Why isn't he here so I can kill him? I just feel so bad about it.
I miss how useless and just pointless of an existence he was before I could snuff it out.
He's just a little fat. I just want to stab that little fat. It's no big deal.
Meanwhile, he's just sitting in a hotel room watching Thomas the Tank Engine.
For inspiration.
I can't do it. I can't do music. Sorry.
The little engine that could.
That's him. That's our boy.
Little legend that couldn't.
I love the way he would get to me about cameras when I had no fucking interest in that at all. So Toitake, let's talk about the train situation, okay?
The trains. No, we got to before that, but keep going.
What about before that? So yeah,
Before that,
leading up to it. So like he's hiding in the hotel, and he's also feeling bad for Takano at some point during this. I guess I forget it was there or whatever. But he's just like, maybe if I had just talked to her, I got closer to her more in some way, maybe I could have prevented all this. Maybe she could have opened up to me. And I think Irie was the one who had like the similar thought, or maybe he was the one who had this thought. But like them or both of them, I think, were just being like, maybe if we had gotten closer to her, we could have like connected with her, and then she would have opened up about her issues, and we could have like helped her figure out how to prove her grandfather's research to everybody instead of like her going down this dark path alone. And Tony Take's like, I feel so bad. And then he starts hearing, like, doors getting busted open at the hotel. And he's like, oh, shit, they found me. Let me jump out the window and let me start sprinting down the street.
Sorry.
And he is...
jumped out the window, I was
Yep.
thinking, God damn it, it's Anjay.
Yes,
She
I was also thinking, I was like, this is definitely, like, repeating that in Umineko later. But, like, with Anjay, though... They had, like, established that they were just like, all right, reader, you're used to her just jumping out off buildings now, right? You're just used to that. Yeah, she's just going to do that.
You just do that.
She'll be fine here. Tomitake is just like, no,
superpowers. They could survive fall damage.
He's like, not only can I jump out this fucking window onto this car, I can also still run really fucking fast, and I become a fucking train.
I become the train.
I become a steam engine. Nothing can stop me. I'm pushing past the people. There's so many of them, they outnumber us, but I can't be stopped out of my way. And then like it's like steam engines don't smile. He's like his cool ass shot, and then it's immediately like three of them just push him down. They're like, all right, we got him. He's like, wait, what? Yeah, we got him. It's no issue. Oh, okay. Well, we got him. He's like, Tomitake.
Gentlemen, we got him.
Tomitake is fearless. He's grinning.
MVP.
No, it's not a grin. Steam engines don't smile. Tanks can't do that. Not tanks. Trains. Fuck. Same thing. Okay, he's that powerful. And he like, I think it was like 3 or 4 dudes just like push him down. Like, all right, that's all set. And then we cut to like a evil-looking Takano on the phone being like, oh, I just have some things to ask him. Don't kill him yet. That, yeah, it's fine. He just needs to oh, I've just missed him so much. You know, I wanted to hear all about the cameras again before I kill him. I just, I've been wondering where he's been all this time. So, all right, and I think that was pretty much Tomitake. I mean, they're planning to, like, inject Tomitake with the drug that induces Hinamizawa syndrome, the final stages of it directly. But then we get the shot of Akasaka instead. Akasaka is like, he gets the emergency call from Irie, and he's sprinting out the door, too, of Rika's place. Everybody's trying to catch him. And they're even trying to, like, shoot? Were they trying to shoot him? I know they were trying to shoot Irie. I don't remember if they were trying to shoot him. But, they were trying to chase him, and he actually is fucking fast as fuck. He can't be caught, okay? He's good. He's great. He can't be stopped. And then we, like, don't see him for a while. We're like, what happened with that? Where'd he go? Don't worry about him. Akasaka's doing Akasaka things. He'll be back later. And then, what was after that? Oh yeah, the group. The Akasaka's, not Akasaka, fuck, Okonogi. I'm getting names confused now. Okonogi is, like, okay, we got them. They're at the Sonozaki place, but they're locked in this air raid room thing. What are we, how do we get them out of there? We can't bust open this door at all here. We have explosives. It's the middle of the day, though. People are going to hear that sound. It's going to be a problem. Wait a minute. What time is it? It's almost time for the fucking festival fireworks. Perfect timing. Great. We'll blast our way in with this. This is definitely...
Who the hell fires off fireworks at 10 a.m. in the morning?
I just... listen.
There are daytime fireworks that exist. They use, like,
what do they think this
smoke
is,
instead of sparks.
I believe it. I would just be annoyed as fuck about it, but, like, listen.
Look, it's not our fault if you're not awake at 10 a.m., okay?
Hey, listen. Listen. I'm just saying, it's... Anyways, we're using explosives here to open it, okay? We're using explosives to open the door. I was just like, okay, using explosives to open the door, are we not concerned about whether or not the explosives will also kill the people? I don't know how this shit works, if like, that kind of stuff is like...
Look, the secret tunnel through mountains is big enough, probably.
Oh yeah, they were climbing down to the thing, but, like, they were starting to climb down it, like, way too late? Or something? Or, like... They like cut off the power, and they were like, "Oh shit! Why did they cut off the power so that we can't see what they're doing inside?" And then I thought that they like blown open the door, and it's like, "Okay, quick, we have to go down there now! Quick, hurry up!" And we're like having long ass conversations about the order of who's gonna go down. And I'm like, "Guys, we do not have time. Please, just go, please."
Yes, we do.
Please, just go, guys. We do not have fucking time. And she was just like, don't worry. Me and Kasai, we'll hold him back. I have a fucking gun. I got this. And there's a whole conversation. Rikushi said, hold on, we have to have a conversation about this real quick, because obviously I'm going to have my boy Keiichi try to offer to say, no, you go. I'll stay back and shoot at them with the gun. He had to stop everything and say, no, that can't work because it's going to take longer to explain how to shoot the gun for him, okay? She has a Sonozaki. The Sonozakis apparently know how to use guns, because Yakuza, fuck it. Keiichi's not going to know that, even though he does know how to use guns in general. He just doesn't know how to use this specific gun.
He knows how to use a toy gun. That is very different than the giant thing Shion whips out.
But the toy gun came from like an obsession about guns. He had an obsession about them. So I was just
Sure.
like, he got an airsoft gun because that's what he could legally get. But
Sure, but like you can be around guns and even like see them and still like using them is a very different thing.
Sure, whatever. My problem is not the fact that he wouldn't know how to use the gun more so. My problem is more so the fact that we took the time to have this conversation real quick. She's like, listen, it'll be quicker for you to go down there than for me to teach you how to shoot this fucking gun. Like, do we need that? But we had to be like, no. Keiichi would never have let her stay there otherwise. Like, we don't have time for all this, guys. We have to get going. This is already the thing they have to climb is not stable at all, it looks like, and they have to climb it for a long ways, and they're like, if you fall at all, you're fucked. It's over for you. Don't fuck around with this. If you mess up this climb, it's over. So be careful with this. But also, we don't have time, so hurry up with it. And also, they will have guns, so don't, it's fine. It's fine. Shion and Kasai are gonna hold them back, and by hold them back, they also get blown up later on or something. There's like another explosion, I thought, or maybe it was just gunshots or something. But anyway, she's fine.
Someone like throws a grenade through the grate they were hiding behind.
Oh, okay, yes. So like they're alive. They hear it go off, and they're like, "Oh no, she dead. We'll kill you, you murderers." And they're like, "Oh, her? No, she's fine." But now there are hostages. So give us the girl and give us Dr. Irie. Give us Rika and Dr. Irie, and then maybe we'll let them live. Maybe. You get 60 seconds to decide. It felt like they got way more than 60 seconds. They had long-ass conversations. Hanyu slapped Rika. Like, there's a lot going on with the conversation about what they were going to do at that time. They were like, what if we just act like Rika's gone or whatever? What if we can't just leave them behind? What are we going to do? Eventually Rika's like, no, I'll go. We'll do the exchange. I believe in all of you. You'll come to save me later. And she climbs back up, and then Okonogi's like, we're gonna let him live. Let's just go fucking kill them all. We got Rika now. It's fine. I was just thinking in my head, like these people have not seen Rika yet. They probably know that Rika's still alive, but they technically haven't seen her yet. Now they're definitely going to see her if she exposes herself to them. And I don't know if just these military people seeing her is enough for the higher ups to be like, okay, yeah, no, that's fine. So I guess your theory could still be correct because she's not dead yet. But I mean, they more so want to capture her to kill her later, or now, I guess. Well, not now. They're planning to kill her later at a specific time, I assume, because otherwise they would have just killed her the first chance they got here to do what they had to do. So it's all a part of the plan. They can't kill her immediately once they get her. They gotta bring her back to Takano and see what the plan is there. And I knew immediately when they're like, okay, tie up Rika, take her away. I was like, okay, the guard behind her is definitely Akasaka. This is absolutely Akasaka. They're like, inject her now. Okay, this is Akasaka's here. Akasaka's gonna save the day. There's no way Akasaka's not here and not gonna save the day. And look who it was. Oh, did you guys know? Akasaka was disguised as one of the guards all along, and he's finally here to save Rika. And at the moment, Ryukishi is here to save Rika himself. How impressive! I also, by the way, I forgot his other last name, first name was Mamoru. And I just thought about Sailor Moon again. I was like, but he's not the useless one. The useless one is like Tomitake and Oishi. I don't. Okay, so Rika gets saved. I'm trying to think about like that whole sequence of events of that scene in general, and trying to be like whether I think a lot of it was dumb or not. It made sense for the progression of things,
it was
I guess, but I was just
very
like,
dumb.
There's just like so many steps of what happened of this. I was like, why are we making these choices? Why are we doing this here? Why are we doing this here or whatever? And I'm just like, am I supposed to be questioning this, or am I just supposed to be having fun with the action here? Or what's going on? And I'm just like does the military people really care about concealing the sounds of the explosion with the timing of the fireworks or whatever? Would they really? And like, do we have to do the whole ladder climbing this argument bullshit? And like, and that's before we get to Akasaka's just a superhuman freak, and he has the heart of a karate god. Okay, his punches have heart behind them, and so they are superhuman. And can defeat the big bad military dude. Just like on the one hand, it's supposed to be a very cool action scene, but on the other hand, I'm seeing Okonogi's face morphing into ways in this fight that make me think that we're fighting an elf. And I don't know if I was the only one who had that thought, because they focus on his ears, and I'm like, he's got like elf ears going on, and he's getting his ass
They
kicked.
did make them very pointy for like a lot of it.
It's just like Akasaka's
His
beating
face
up an
just
elf.
kept getting
What the fuck?
pointier.
And then Akasaka's like, hey, listen, my punches have heart. I'm gonna punch you into a truck, and then that punch will also flip over the truck. I'm just that good. It'll break all the windows and flip over the truck. That's how strong I am. I am Ryukushi 07. I cannot be stopped. I have heart in my punches,
Because
okay?
he has karate at his heart.
That's true. Yes.
It really does feel like everything after Irie left or ran away from the clinic was just a fever dream.
It feels like a bullshit story somebody would tell me about how they saved the day. That's what it feels like.
It sounds like Rika's drawing a manga.
This is the grand plot twist in the end. This is all a big story written by Burncastle. It's her manga that she wrote while she was born in between the games and Umineko. That's all it was.
You say that, and now all I'm thinking about is the adaptation movie by the Nick Cage movie.
The Nick Cage movie? Which Nick Cage movie?
Yeah. It's called Adaptation.
Oh, it's literally called
And
adaptation. Okay.
Yeah. It's a lot like that, where it's like it's an adaptation of a book,
Oh, excuse me.
but he's like telling you the story of like what is happening in the book, but then he's also like trying to market it. So it's like part of the way through it suddenly becomes like a weird action movie.
What the heck?
And it's like, I thought this was a story about flowers. I don't know. I watched it in film class in college.
Oh my god. I mean, it does seem like those kind of vibes based on how you described it, where it's just like,
Mhm.
I think things are happening here, and I'm just, am I supposed to be ignoring all of this stuff for the sake of climax, awesome action?
Mhm.
Because a part of me is also just like, I don't even know how cool some of these scenes look at. Like, I think the thing that made Umineko's fight scene so cool is that they would do some batshit things in the fights, but it wouldn't look like they are doing superhuman things in the fights when it's like the Ushiromiya's fighting and not like the witches and all that or whatever, all the supernatural side. It was the actual people fighting people, like when they had the big fight towards the end. Like it felt like they actually were doing things that people could do. They're just like really fucking like locked in on it. Here, Akasaka shows up and he's like doing these kicks that looks like they would send you to the hospital after you do them. like it does not look like his body is human.
You know, he shattered the pavement and his knee.
And I'm thinking about that, and I'm also thinking about how like Tomitake was just able to like jump out the fucking window and he's still fine to sprint, but then again he was also just caught immediately, so maybe he wasn't. I don't know.
Yeah,
Well, he
they
got
made it seem
cushioned
like
by
him
the roof
landing
of
on
a car.
car.
That's what crumple zones are, right?
Sure. That's how it works compared to a human body.
Yeah.
I like as well, we have all these characters here. Most of this week was focused on the adults, but like there was little bits that we tried to focus on the kids with, less so about how they were fighting, more so how they were running. The main thing being Satoko, when like Akasaka comes to live at the house. She's like, okay, so here's my traps that I set up here, and then we're at the Sonozaki's. They're like, okay, so these are the traps. Make sure to follow everybody else so that you don't fall into the traps too. You know, Satoko got to set up the traps. We didn't really get to see many of them except for like I think somebody walked into a rope that like went into their like wrapped around their leg or something like that. I don't think we like saw too many traps or whatever. But it's like, okay, so they're trying to use stuff from the kids or whatever. But
we didn't get the supervisor setting these up, and there's a lot of knives missing, so be careful.
I did think it was also funny. You've been mentioning, I think, for weeks, Aztec. You're like, doesn't one of them just have a gun on them at all times? Where was the gun when they needed it? Well, apparently, it was locked in the armory for Shion to use. Because this she finally got to pull out the gun here. Does Mion have the gun on her still? I don't remember if she.
She has the holster on her.
Okay. The gun's in the armory. Don't worry. Oh, I almost forgot. Oishi had a second part to this. He's the one who falsified the autopsy report and leaked the news about it through his connections and all that. And then the group was like, okay, we got to send in our spy cop, inside man cop, to go and like demand to see the body, verify the body itself. And were we supposed to know the guy who showed up? Was he like at the manga game that they did years ago or something? I was like, who the fuck is this guy? But they like talked about him like this is somebody that we should have known, or that Oishi at least knew, and that Ryukishi was like thinking about the type of person this guy was. I'm just like, was I supposed to know this motherfucker? His name was like something. Like Ota something, Otagi, or I don't remember what his name was. Hold on, I'm trying to find the page. I see him. I'm just trying to see where they say his page. Or Otaka. His name is Otaka. And I guess Oishi knows this guy. But I was just thinking, like, was I supposed... Which, by the way, I did not realize, it did not connect the dots in my head until Okonogi was doing a monologue. He was one of the fucking guys that was, fighting Akasaka and Oishi 10 years ago. In, like, the woods, I guess. I didn't even make that connection at all. I was like, what the fuck? It reminded me of when I didn't make the connection of Tepe, and when Satoko's uncle when he was fucking with Reina. Wait, was that Tepe? Wait, that was Tepe. Yes, it was. Okay, I'm not crazy.
Yes, that was him.
I'm not crazy.
I was there, chat.
I'm not crazy. Okay, good. But it just reminded that. I was just like, I didn't make that connection there. So I'm just trying to think, like, is Otaka also a connection I was supposed to realize? And I was just trying to think, like, was he, like, one of the dudes at the Mahjong table that I can't
I'm, like,
remember?
90% sure that was the first time he popped up.
Okay. I mean, I believe it. But, he shows up, and he's like, I demand to see the body. Let me see the body. And he's like, I politely refuse. Motherfucker, you could do that? It's like, yes, I can. You're not supposed to even be here in this pre-production. So I'm just not gonna do that. It's like, why? I'm higher up than you, okay? It's gonna be real bad if you don't let me do it. He's like, yeah, well, motherfucker, I'm doing it anyways. And you know, by the way, I know you're like, what you're doing is gonna get a lot of people killed. I just want you to know this. He's like, okay, so we understand the situation of both sides here, okay? He knows that he's been bribed. I think he directly says that he's been bribed by them. Then the dude tries to be like, I'm best friends with the Sonozaki assemblyman. You know, once I talk to him, your career is finished. Your life is over. And then, like...
My uncle works at Nintendo.
And then, like, in walks in Akane and that assemblyman guy. And it's like, okay, well... And he's like, I'm sorry, was I supposed to know you? Let's have a conversation outside, sir. So, it felt like it was a way to diffuse that situation, I guess, but it felt like a fucking made up Reddit story of like, and then the whole bus clapped or something, and everybody clapped. It's like it felt like a Darman skit for me. Where, like, it's the big bad detective who's clearly bribed and is trying to find, you know, unveil what they need. He's like, I know the big bad. And then, like, the guy just walks in and he's just like, I am the manager. This man personally drove down... Okay, I see. I don't. I feel like there was a lot of scenes here. How do I phrase this? I think the general things that are happening in the climax, like the climax itself, is hooking me in, and is keeping me invested. But also, when I think about each individual scene, I'm like, this is really fucking stupid with how we resolve these scenes. I don't know how to phrase this. It's not bad.
I think you phrased it that it's very stupid.
No, because, like, I'm trying to be like, it's not, like, I'm enjoying the story. Nothing about it is wrong, but also the way that we resolve some of these conflicts are, like, fantastical and would not be how it usually works. But I guess here Rikushi's just like, no, it all works if you just have connections with literally everybody, then it all works. I don't know.
I think this is kind of one of those things that gets lost in the various adaptations of it. There are kind of similar to the afterwards that you get in each volume. There were, for the answer arcs, he did these, like, called them writer's rooms, where he just, it's the same kind of thing of him just, like, talking directly to the reader about everything that's going on. And there is this sense of him, like, consistently acknowledging how ridiculous all of it is. And, like, you're not... kind of, I guess, playing into the Umineko thing of, like, choosing what to believe. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Taking me a second to get my thoughts in order.
No, you're good. You're good.
I guess what it does for me is that it is him acknowledging the absurdity of everything and then kind of being like, but why can't it work this way? And without that, it does just feel like he's literally saying, if you just talk to your friends, all of this is what exactly will happen.
You tell me he's wrong?
I don't think it's wrong to give the advice of you should talk to other people. They might be able to help you out, but it's another thing to be like, listen, if you truly want to stop somebody from a child from being abused, you have to get, like, the whole, if you talk to enough people and have your whole fucking town go to City Hall every day, then eventually something will be done. It's like, okay, there gets to a point with that. There gets to a point with that. It becomes a bit much. I don't know. But, like, the advice isn't wrong. I think it's, like, good advice. If people should, like, do it. In some cases, like, to a certain degree with these things. But, like, also, like, you gotta be realistic about what you're gonna get out of it in some of the ways. It's...
Kind of, but then it's also juxtaposed with the fact that, like, Higurashi from the very beginning has also had this, absurdist or exaggerated streak to it as well.
Yeah. It just always comes back into my head.
It is one of those things that, like, works better when the author is literally being like, yeah, it's not actually gonna work out this way. It's gonna be more complicated, but you should still do it.
Yeah, and I mean, that's not a bad message. I mean, and again, this being especially set in, like, a small village where a lot of the people all just know each other because there's not that many people there, like, it having that be, like, the theme of it because of, like, community and all that, it's this theme of community and talking to others, but also in a setting where a lot of people, for various social reasons, are distrustful of them due to the history of that place, but also like there's a literal parasite that's like influencing people to not trust each other either in this place. So like there's factors with that, and all of it is surrounding that whole like theme of like community and reaching out to others for help and all that. So I do think all of that is interesting, but yeah, it is just something where it's interesting how he approaches it. But sometimes I feel like he approaches it from a very absurd angle, but that doesn't mean that the overall message is not bad, and it doesn't mean that the way that like we and it keeps it engaging too. Like that whole time where they're just bringing more and more people to the Child Protective Services place, like I was locked in for that. I was like, how are they gonna resolve it now? What's gonna happen once they do bring a whole group of people there? Like what are they gonna have happen in that situation? What are they gonna do when they do try to go to the house? Like I'm still invested in all of that, even if I look back and I'm like, okay, that was fucking wild that we had to do that to fix this, but I'm still interested in what's gonna happen with it. So you know, it keeps me engaged, and it is reinforcing like the themes and messages that Ryugushi wants me to think about and consider, I think. So, you know, it's not to say that, you know, Ryugushi's writing is accomplishing its goal in many ways, but it's just also something where if I look back and explain some scenes, they're just like, why the fuck did that happen? But also they're really fucking entertaining and funny to like relive and explain too in some of the scenes. Like you know, it's just how it is. It just works somehow. I don't know. It just, some of it's weird and stands out, even though like it's for a bigger purpose, and it's nice. Yeah.
I like seeing the train stuff and the Akasaka punching like a bullet. It all just reminds me of the Kraus punch scene, which I don't remember how much of that was accurately adapted in the manga. I don't remember, but it's the same level of absurdity, you know, where it's just like, we're having fun here, okay? Like let's put down the philosophy books for 30 seconds and let's just have a little chuny fun, okay?
Hey, listen, we're here for it, okay? We're here for it. I'm gonna be remembering the train scene for a while. I'm gonna be remembering the Toitaki train. I'm also gonna be remembering just Keiichi walking into the living room and telling his parents, hey, if I ever die, I want to be buried with that clock in my room. It's my favorite thing in the world. Okay, bye. No, wait, son. Can we talk about this? Wait, what the fuck was that? Can we talk about this? You can't just walk away after saying this. What's going on, buddy? Like it's just bits like that, or like when I think to Umineko, like Battler will be there to have his hero moment, but then he'll say some really out of pocket shit for his initial line, and you'll be like, wait, hold up. Hold up, he just said what?
Well, down there.
He just said what? But like then it sticks with you, you know? It sticks with you. And then you think about everything else that happens with that scene, and then like what he was trying to accomplish and how cool he felt in those scenes too with that. Like it's charming in the ways that we handle this. It's very nice. So yeah, he probably would have gotten away if it was a literal train. What was that? Say that again?
I said it's almost very Halloween Kyoma.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes. Like, in that sense for Steins Gate, like, he was doing a lot of that partially for his own social anxieties, I'd imagine, but also to try to have an excuse, have a chuny excuse to get his other friends involved, or like to help lift them up or whatever. It's like a big thing.
I mean, wasn't it specifically for like Mayuri?
Yes.
And
yep.
Like to make her feel better? Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I don't know if that's like spoiling, but
No. Like it comes up later, but like it's not like towards the end or whatever. It's like the defining and like you get a sense for that throughout most of reading that too, where it's like Ho and Kyoma throughout all that is like he's doing these things and acting really fucking chuny to make everybody else feel better and less nervous about things and feel like there is somebody in the group who is ready to take charge and have all that. But then we cut to him being like scared as shit about everything getting real, you know? So like it has a lot of those moments where he's saying some really insane shit to get everybody riled up and like ready and excited. and these kind of moments are like also similar in these cases, you know, where we're getting fucking my punches have more heart than yours. That's the heart of karate behind it. You can't stop me. I'm gonna punch you into a truck now. Fuck it. Why not? What was there's a really fucking chuny line that I think Keiichi said this week when the whole group was being told by Rika that all the manga plot was real. I think it said like the burning flame of Hinamizawa and like the burning red flame, orange flame, and then like look to Rena and the burning white flame or something like that. I forget what it said.
That's a thing in the visual novel that just got completely dropped in the adaptation. It comes up in the Atonement arc first, because that's when Keiichi and Rena have their like moment against each other.
This is like a line that was brought up in the Atonement arc originally about their connection or whatever. I see. I was just like, where the hell did that come from? I mean, I'm in it. I'm here for it. But like, what is hey, it makes sense for the kids to be tuning. Yeah, absolutely.
It's also true.
Absolutely. Listen, sometimes the adults get a little tuny, but that's just for us. That's to make us less nervous. Okay, that's Ryushi did that for us. To help us. It's fine. It'll work out. I did also love when Akasaka's running out there and the dudes are on the radio to Takano, like, he's running like a speeding bullet. And Takano's like, what the fuck does that mean? Go get him. What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? What does that even mean? Go. I don't need your excuses. Go get him. Nomura's just on the phone with her occasionally, just being like, hey, the higher ups, you gotta shut this shit down like now. They're already talking shit about you, okay? They're talking mad shit. They're like, her research means nothing. Their research ain't gonna do shit now. Their research is being thrown in the garbage. There's no point in doing anything. You better kill them ASAP. Also, double make sure Tomitake fucking dies, okay? You can't just be bribed. No. I understand both of you are head over heels for each other, but no. He's gotta die. It's too risky. You gotta kill him. It's gotta be done. And you gotta do it. Good luck. What the fuck is Nomura's problem? What was? Maybe I would have that attitude too if I had a foot for a hand. I don't know. Maybe that would be. Maybe that'd be my life.
It's just your average conservative, honestly.
I just like. I'm like struggling sometimes to be like, I feel like Ryukishi's like, at least this is more so in the perspective of Higurashi. Reading Umineko, like, I know he's like very, very good at what he's doing. I feel like here it was like rougher in times about like whether or not he knew what he was doing with some of this stuff for like writing it out. But then a part of me is also just like, maybe I'll just make sense and feels better in the VN as opposed to how it's presented here. For like some of the...
I personally think it does. People are very... It is a divisive ending, basically, no matter what.
Okay. Interesting indeed. Yeah, but, because, like, I'm flip-flopping in my head about whether Ryukishi's a genius or if he was just learning his writing style at this point, because it really is. And I've heard people complain about this even with the VN dialogue stuff for it, but I don't know how accurate it is because I haven't read it myself, about how Ryukishi will just re-explain a point he's trying to have you understand like 8 fucking times in a row to make sure you truly get it, and then he'll do it again like 3 other times to make sure that you understand it. And then, like, if he finds out when he reads the forums later on that you still didn't get it yet, he would spend a whole arc making sure you understood it again. And I was feeling vibes at this.
And then people still don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. But yeah, I'm just, like, reading this week, and he's, like, looking me dead in the eyes and saying, you should go to ask other people if you have problems with anything at all. Do it. Go ask people if you have a problem. If you have a problem and the people you go to can't solve it, that just means you need more people. Go find more people. Go make more connections.
Can make more friends.
That is definitely, I think, a result of him being a social worker. Because, I mean, as he talks about in at least one of the afterwards, one of the things people always do when they're having trouble is they just like fold in on themselves and they don't reach out ever. And him being a social worker for that long, he would have seen that so many times.
No, sure,
so I could definitely understand for his first work being like, y'all, you gotta talk to people. Please.
That part I'm perfectly fine with. I think what it is missing is a secondary bit. I think most people don't reach out to others for help because they simply don't have those connections. Whereas here, it kind of establishes that all these people have those connections. It's just a matter of building up the courage to reach out to them. But I feel like in a lot of other cases, it's people don't have that connection in the first place. And here, and I think most of the story, the connection has already been pre-established with these people off screen, except in like a couple cases, such as like Akasaka meeting Rika or whatever. Like, and that was more of like whether or not they were just like a tour guide or whatever, and then like or assume they were a tour guide, something like that. What I'm trying to say is like Keiichi at the start of the story, we don't see him making the initial connections with all these people. We meet him and the group after he's already been established in the group. When Hanyu joins the cast in it was either this fragment or last, I think it was this fragment. When Hanyu joins the cast, she has to like invite herself to the club, which makes sense, but like that's like the only case of it happening. And that's also just a case where I'm just like, okay, but why didn't like your friend who was already in the club just invite you to it as well? Like you had the friend, you had the connection already too. So it's like, I feel like that's an important bit that I would have wanted Ryukishi to explore more in this kind of story with that kind of message associated with it. Not to say that this is all thrown in the trash because it's not there, but I think that is like a crucial thing. It's one thing to say go to your friends if you have issues. It's another if you're saying go make friends if you're having issues, because like there's different steps involved, right? There's having friends and having the courage to speak with them, and then like not having the friends and not knowing how to approach that, to one, establish a connection with them, and then two, immediately be like, you know, I trust this person to help me out with this thing. Can I talk to them about this thing or whatever? I mean, it could just be a thing where it's just like, just go see a therapist about something, or go call the cops if you need help with something like that or something like that. But in some cases, it sounds like Ryukishi just like go talk to a parent, which like that might help in some cases. But what if you moved away from your parents or they passed away or whatever? I don't know if that's just thinking about edge cases and I'm thinking too much about it at this point, but I'm just saying, like, I think that's a thing I would have liked to have seen him explore more, is that kind of thing. And I guess the closest we got to it was learning about Keiichi's backstory and how he had to leave the last place entirely and made friends with the people. But I don't even remember them saying like how he first met them there. I don't remember. I just remembered everybody being like, somebody's moving into town soon, and they're gonna change everything. A new wind is coming, so be friends with them, okay? All right, Grandma, I'll do that. And then they eventually just became friends with the new dude in school. I don't know. It's things to consider with this stuff, maybe. But all that to say, I think I am very excited to see where we go for the finale of this arc next week. I think I'm very excited because I know we have to do something about Takuno, and I don't know what that is, but in my mind, there's like two routes we go on with this. We gotta either kill her or we gotta like turn her to our side somehow through the power of friendship. I don't know which one we do. I feel like Ryukishi's gonna want to turn her to our side somehow. But I also...
How does he do it? With what writing magic will he do it with?
With Tomitake. We're gonna be like, Tomitake is gonna use his uselessness and his little chubbiness to be like, but Takano, what you're doing is wrong. You have to stop this. Please. I'm a train. I just want to talk to you about photography. It'll be fine. We don't have to kill everybody. And Takano will be like, he's so dreamy. Sure, I'll stop doing it. And it won't be exactly like that. I don't remember. I honestly, again, I still had fully believed up until we saw those little moments with Takano thinking those things about him. I was just still fully convinced that she was just fully manipulating him. I was just fully convinced of that. Mostly, I think because of the scene where she injects him with or watches him in the final stages. I think she had already injected him before. When she reveals that she's the big bad at the end of that other arc, and he dies in front of them and they get rid of him or something. I'm just like, okay, so she's been using him the whole time. I see. But it doesn't seem like that's the case. So that's probably the angle we're gonna go to with that. So we're probably gonna see a lot more Tomitake backstory potentially tomorrow too, or Tomitake / Takano backstory stuff, and that's gonna connect with resolving that in some way maybe. I don't know. I feel like in Ryukishi fashion, it's gonna be something like, we finally convinced Takano to not be the big bad here. However, she has set up something in motion such that she will be the big bad regardless in like 3 minutes, unless we all work together, including Takano, to stop this. And then we're gonna need like a couple adults to sacrifice themselves to get this done. Not any of the kids though. The kids will be fine. Maybe not Hanyu. These are my guesses I'm throwing out there. I have no clue how accurate it is, but I'm just trying to think. And if I were to guess who potentially would sacrifice themselves to save the day, I'm gonna guess Oishi. I'm gonna guess Akasaka. Maybe no. I was gonna say Irie, but maybe I don't know if Irie is gonna be like a sacrifice for this thing. There's also still the question of Satoshi, because we were still just like, he's probably still just being kept somewhere by Irie somehow, or he's dead and been dead for a while. It's one or the other. He might just be fine and come to help save the day too. And if he is, he might also be a sacrifice for this shit. I don't know. There's a lot to think about. I think the strongest thing though is, I don't know if Hanyu actually, I was gonna say I don't know if Hanyu survives, but I know we have Go and Sotsu and other things, and I don't know exactly how they connect at all yet. But it could be that there's just more it could be that they're like previous fragments, like other side fragments or something like that. Or it could be that the story continues and Hanyu's not dead and we're just going through other fragments for reasons. I don't know. Maybe Takano wins. Maybe Takano wins and this is why it's a divisive ending or whatever. Maybe Takano just gets what she wants and everybody dies. And nothing gets solved until like later on. And then this is how Ari tricks us into also reading Go and Sotsu. Maybe. Maybe that's what happens.
Ari, you wouldn't do that, would you?
No, we're not reading Go and Sotsu.
So is Go and Sotsu like bad or like?
We will talk about it when we're done here.
All right. Okay. Cool. All right. Well,
it's not really too big of spoilers, but it'd just be better if we wait till we're done.
No, that's fine. Okay. Other thoughts, other topics of discussion, other moments that we wanted to highlight about this week. What did people got? What did people like about this week? What did people dislike about this week? What did you guys? What do you got?
I only have one comment, and it's that Riko-tama got to draw in the dirt while Akasaka did karate.
I forgot. I laughed when that happened, but I was like, oh my god. Akasaka showed up, and she was like, "My hero, you're finally here." He's like, "I'm finally here to save you after all the fragments and worlds." And she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna draw in the dirt now. Okay, have fun."
Literally, like 5-10 minutes after she is cursing up a storm, bemoaning her child's appearance, that she has lived so long and she's still not an adult yet. And then 5 minutes later, I'm gonna draw in the dirt with a stick. Meepa.
I was like, do we have time for this too, Rika?
Yes, we do, Chef.
It's fine. Akasaka's here. Akasaka's got it. And Rika's just like, oh, my boyfriend's here. He can handle all of this. And I'm just like, why is Rikashi writing them like that? She didn't say that, to be clear. This is entirely the implication that I was feeling
She
in
did not
these scenes.
say that. Chap is just reading into things.
Maybe a little too much, even. Who
Why are you
knows?
acting like my reading into things is not what Ryukishi was intending in this? When she's like blushing about him coming to her house? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just saying. Listen.
She is a young woman of
like 200 years
1,000
old.
years
1,000 years old.
Fucking ultra boomer.
She's a maiden at heart.
And an alcoholic. It's fine. It's allowed. Okay. What else? Was there other thoughts people had? Other things? I know there was like bonus comics, but again, most of the bonus comics don't really stick with me.
I remember the bonus memes actually this time. I'm the bonus meme guy. How could I forget?
Because, I mean... Oh, wait, no. I do remember some parts of the bonus memes because it had Umineko references in there.
Oh, yeah.
Once I even encountered a pink stalker and was forced to take part in an endless game of chess. And it's like a nervous image of Lambda Delta pressing her face up against Rika's face, but it looks like she's dressed in the Burn Castle outfit. And I'm just like, okay, but is this like bonus comic memes, or was this actually what happened? Because that could just be actually what happened for all I fucking know. I don't go there yet. I don't know. Hold on, I'll screen cap it and put it.
I heard you like chess, Chef.
Oh, speaking of chess, okay. Not chess though, for some reason. He writes a whole fucking other series about chess. But he has Hanyu say this is just like shogi. I'm like, this motherfucker.
And?
Shogi is like Japanese version of chess, which has very different rules. Structurally, it's the same in that you move each piece has its own different function, and they promote when they go on the other side of the board. But it is the complexity is enhanced because any piece you take, you can place back onto the board at like nearly any location. So it like vastly complicates the game. And I'm just like, okay, so he knows shogi. Why can't he? No. It's chess. Chess is the intellectual game that everybody's got
chess
to know.
is the answer, Chef. Come on, you got with the program.
Anyways, on stream now is the pink stalker image from there. So yeah, and I think they also just had a little mini drawing that looked like she was wearing like Maria's crown. And I'm trying to think of what other bonus meme stuff there was. There's like some bit about like Takano swaying everybody to her side because she's got big boobs, and she's like, I also have a salary for you. And it just cuts to Rika going, just give me 10 years and I'll be Takano, sirs. It's like, okay, well. Oh, and then after that, some of his bonus comics, I don't know, it cuts to Keiichi talking with Reina's dad, referring to him as Reina's dad, and it made me realize, did we ever learn Reina's dad's name? Because we just refer to him as Reina's dad. It's like, okay, Reina's dad, you make Reina's clothes yourself? Reina's dad? Yes, I do. Really? What kind of clothes you make? It's like all half-naked clothes. But like his problem is not the fact that they're half-naked. It's like the last one being, you forgot the fucking, you good for nothing. Where are the thigh highs? We have to give you a class on what moe means.
Okay, so in order to explain more, we have to go back to the beginning of humanity.
That's true. That's where you gotta go. That's where it is.
That's where it is.
That's where it is, yeah. For a moment, one of the outfits that they had Reyna in made me think she was Sarah from Chaos Head. I think it was like the first outfit they showed. And I was like, no, that's not the Sarah Tan outfit. That can't be. It can't
Nah,
be.
it's impossible. It can't be the same person.
If it was a Chaos Head reference, I would have freaked the fuck out. You have no idea, okay? If I ever see a Chaos Head reference in a manga we read, let alone a Ryukushi manga, I would have lost my fucking mind, okay?
You'd be popping off.
If I find out anybody else knows about Chaos Head, I'd lose my mind. That's not already in the Syed community. Anyways, that's the bonus meme comic stuff. Any other topics we have to discuss? We have our Rika Chaman moments. We have our adults had all their time in the spotlight. Even the bad guys. So let me find the afterword. We're in the afterwards here, which at least the first one I remember being pretty short. What do we have here? It says about the festival accompanying arc: rugged austerity and passion. Hello, I'm Ryukishi07. Oishi is a character with flavor. He has a rugged austerity unique to older men. His elderly point of view and speech pattern leave a deep impression, and he gives off the aura of someone with a broad perspective. But on the other hand, he hasn't forgotten the passion of his youth, and he works hard to solve the murders before he retires, and because of that, he is faced with the problem of his pension, a problem very far removed from the lives of young people. His true feelings, the image he set up for himself and his future livelihood. After much inner conflict and turmoil, Oishi will most likely still continue to press toward solving the murders. He will finally reach the truth in this, the festival accompanying arc. I hope he exposes the truth, retires, and lives his golden years in peace. That's what they wrote. They wrote his laugh. I've been trying to think in my head. I don't think we've discussed Oishi's laugh. I've been trying to envision in my head what it's supposed to sound like. Is he supposed to sound like a cat laughing or something like that? I don't. Like, what is he supposed to be, like a goblin? Like, what the fuck is the laugh supposed to sound like? It's just old man laugh of some sort. I don't know what old man laugh is. Oh.
But chef, okay, no.
Ryukishi be like, Dilf likers, I have a man for you. This Oishi? Oh god. Oh. I don't know. Wait, is Oishi a dad?
Someone for everyone.
Is Oishi? He talks about having a mother they'd move in with. Does he have a wife? Does he have a kid? I don't know. What's going on with Oishi? He's risking his pension for them, so I'm gonna
Clearly, it's gonna be worth it.
I'm gonna assume he probably doesn't have a wife or a kid because he's worrying more about the pension than his life here. So everybody seems to be more worried about his pension than his life. That's more important here. All right, the other afterword. Oh wait, hold on. There was an artist afterword. I meant to read that too, because I don't think they had one in the other half. Here we go. Thank you for reading this far. The day of the cotton drifting is almost upon us, and the club members are moving into position for their counterattack. I will do my best to draw the heated development. I hope you will enjoy it. As I draw the answers arc while listening to the Higurashi soundtrack, sometimes I find myself looking back on the questions arc. When I first played through the questions arc visual novels, they were spooky, terrifying, and mysterious. Everything you'd want to help you feel a chill in the summer, and I could I could get it any time of year looking back. Sometimes I'll be overwhelmed by the slightly developed feeling of Reina's so great when she's flipped out. I don't know what to do with myself, but the extreme variations in temperature, chilling versus non-chilling, are what make Higurashi so appealing. I think that if I were to alternately draw question and answers arcs, I could experience a mental roller coaster ride. It makes me want to find time to play through the question arcs again. Higurashi taught me a lot about the charm of penalty games and various different kinds of moe. I think fondly of the days when I had someone tell me where to find maid cafes and maid bars in Akihabara, and I rushed to them to understand better the appeal of Higurashi. That was the artist afterward. Let me go to the other... Okay, the artist did have another afterword later on. Okay, so we'll read that too. I don't know if I read that before, but... The Ryugushi afterword for the second half. Hello, I'm Ryugushi07. Oh, about the festival accompanying arc, 2 heads are better than 1, 3 heads are better than 2. Now even the festival accompanying arc has reached its final stages. This is also the volume where the grown-ups fight their battles, especially Oishi. He makes peace and joins forces with the Sonozaki family, once his powerful enemy, with a strong influence on everyone in the village, and together they repel Otaka. I wonder if it's because he's so well loved that he was able to come out victorious. Because I had to stop myself when I was reading them. I was like, is he well loved? Do people love Oishi? Do people do that? Do people like this guy? Because
do they, chap?
I wonder if it's because he's so well loved that he was able to come out victorious. Because if Oishi had lost his battle, Operation 48 Hours would have ended in failure. As for Otaka, I get the feeling that he's your typical punching bag character, haha. This volume also included Tomitake's big moment in the spotlight. Tomitake, the man who stops at nothing to help the woman he loves. I never dreamed that he would get to be such a beloved character. I had to stop myself reading that too, and I was like, he never stopped at anything to stop the woman he loves. Or he'd never stop at anything to help the woman he loves, except when she wants to murder everybody. Then he's like, hold on, I can't help you out anymore. Hold on. I got issues with that. God forbid a woman have hobbies, right? Heaven forbid. Anyways. There's someone
kind of woman that will actually kill you.
True. There's someone I want to protect. This is in quotes, apparently. There's someone I want to protect, even if it costs me my own life. I can't afford to stop because I'm helping the one I want to protect. Unquote. I've always wanted to say something that cool, but in the end, it didn't take much to catch him. Haha. Is there someone close to you who's like Tomitake? When your friend is agonizing about something all on their own, please be there for them, so that you can agonize and think about the problem with them. 2 heads are better than 1. 3 heads are better than 2. As the circle expands, eventually it becomes great power. I hope that you will be a part of that circle. Remember, kids, if you have any issues, ask somebody for help. And if they can't help you, ask more people. And more people. And more people. Just keep asking people. It'll solve everything. It does. I mean, it is good advice to a certain extent. And then the artist afterward. Thank you for reading this far. Before I draw the rough drafts of the manga, I play through the visual novel for a review. But the festival accompanying arc is one climactic battle after another, so I get very absorbed in it because it's so good. Of course, all the arcs are good. Akasaka's karate skills are unbelievable, aren't they? I bet life would be really fun if I could get that good at martial arts. I suddenly realized that the Angel Mort costume, which I've drawn regularly since the Abducted by Demons arc, hasn't shown up in a really long time, and I got a little depressed. The battle surrounding Rikachama still has a long way to go. I hope you will I hope you will watch over the dead heat between Takano's will and the club members' wills over it until it's all over. And that's that. Those are the afterwards we got here. What did we learn here this week? As we had for several weeks, have a problem, seek others for help. Especially adults with connections that might be able to help you solve things in better fashions or whatever. I don't know. Also, when the protagonist shows up, you can just say yippee and start drawing in the dirt. That was another lesson too. And believe in yourself. If you believe in the power of your friends and all your connections, then you can defeat destiny and you can overcome the odds and break free of the cycle of everybody dying. and that's always useful. We also learned, be careful about your manga work schedule when you're assigning it to artists, and you should like give them more time to cook if it's your climax, especially. You should like just relax, just let them work. That was another lesson that we might take away from this week. Also, Tomitaka is a train. That was another big lesson. He's a
Very
train.
integral part of the story.
He's unstoppable train that's very stoppable. Instantly stoppable, even. But it's okay. Ryukushi is here to save the day. And by Ryukushi, I mean Akasaka. Ryukushi will save us all. Literally. And he's gonna look handsome doing it, according to him. So, that's the gist of what we got for this week. Next week will be the finale of the festival accompanying arc. Are we gonna like it? Are we gonna hate it? Is it gonna be stupid? Is it gonna be great? Will it be Kino? I don't know. I just wonder what's gonna, like, if are we gonna see Satoshi? Will Satoshi be there? Will Keiichi's parents somehow get involved with everything too? I don't think we've seen them in a while. Where's Keiichi's dad? Last time I saw him, he bought the fucking house for them. Maybe he'll come in and save the day somehow too. Fuck it, why not? Maybe the teacher from the school? Haven't seen her in a bit too. Maybe she opens the door and saves the day. We have everybody here next week, maybe. For all I know. For Takano to kill them all. You gotta watch out. Alright, I think that's all we got. So, the plans coming up, we're gonna be next week. We'll meet up for the Festival Accompanying Arc finale. That's volumes 7 and 8. And then afterwards, the week after that is when we do the final book club for Higurashi, which will be the Dice Killing arc, which is 1 volume. So we're going to do that. And then the quiz. Everybody loves the quiz, right? I'm going to do a Higurashi quiz. Boy, is that going to kill me to try to set up. But I'll try it. I'll try setting it up. I don't know how fair it is.
Try and do it, I think.
If you or like Ari or something, like somebody who's already read Higurashi and understands Higurashi wants to like do that, you're more than welcome to do it. Because, you know, if I host the quiz and like half the people here have already read all this stuff before, I mean, then again, usually the quiz questions are like sometimes more specific details that even people who've read it before have trouble with, so I don't know. If you want to do it, you're more than welcome to do it, but just know you have like 2 weeks. So if you're interested in that, we're going to figure that out. And then afterwards, we had planned for us to be doing the break week, which additionally, will be streaming the Higurashi Daybreak video game. I think it was called Daybreak? Whatever it was called. We're going to be playing that 3D fighting game shooter thing, whatever it was.
Yeah, Daybreak. That's what you're thinking of.
Daybreak, yes. We're gonna be playing that together for the break week, and then after that, we're gonna start Death Note. Now, with the Death Note stuff, I was looking at the calendar of things. We're gonna be reading like the first 2 volumes of Death Note, and then I'm gonna be leaving a week for Offkai. Actually, it's not just me. I think a couple of people here are gonna be leaving for Offkai. So I think it's a little awkward to start a series and then do the break, but I also don't want us to have like a 3-week fucking break from this. So maybe I'll think about
for a one-off, maybe.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like if we do like a one shot or something for that week, maybe, or it's either that or the week after we like do a book club on like the Tuesday. The week after, so like we do volumes 1 and 2 of Death Note on the usual Thursday, and then the next week we meet up on like Tuesday to discuss it, and then people are leaving like Wednesday, Thursday for Off-Kai or whatever. But
Clearly, we have book club at Off-Kai.
that's what I was
Of
thinking
course.
too. Hey, listen, if like half of us are there and the other half are online, like that's not that hard to set up. I don't know.
Just
It'll literally just be the two of us, I think.
It'd be funny though, Ari. Think of the comedy.
I'll get over
Hey.
there someday.
Hey, listen, hey, look under your seat. You didn't realize it. Everybody at book club now has a plane ticket to Off-Kai. Let's go, gamers. You're all VTubers now. Hell yeah.
Just when was
Oh,
I a
God.
VTuber?
Hey, listen, you're PNG tuber. It's the same thing.
I don't think it's the same thing, Chef.
It's the same thing to a lot of people. Listen,
The tax man's grabbed my back for this one.
the fuck? Anyways, so yeah, I'll think of what we want to do for that, because I do think it's kind of awkward to start a series and then take a week off. But the solution might just be what Anne said, where we just we do like a one shot that week discussion, and then after we do the one shot, we take a break, and then we come back to start with Death Note. But I'll consider
a new game again. God damn it!
Hey,
we
we can
plan.
We can read volumes 3 and 4 of that next. We read 1 and 2. We can read 3 and 4. I'm just saying, it's right there. No, actually, that's the week. That's the week I get you guys to start reading Rent a Girlfriend. There you go.
That's the week I suddenly become ill until Thursday when I have to fly out.
Oh my god.
That's the week where Chef just mysteriously goes missing for some unknown reason and
Takano
never
gets me.
returns.
Takano got me. I
Oh,
believe
I'll
that.
forget you. Okay, that works too.
You ain't getting shit. Okay. No. You know what? That's the week that we read. Fuck. What was it called? Mega Man X2 or whatever. The second one.
No, we read the other Mega Man X1 manga because there's 2 for some reason.
What the fuck? Yeah,
Dude,
we're gonna
I
do
hope
that. Bro, I must read some. We read Fujimoto for Fire Punch. I want to read one of Fujimoto's one shots. That'd be cool. But we'll put up for a vote maybe if we do that.
Yeah, but Chef, why would we want to read something good? Come on, I'll read something bad.
That is
It'll
true.
be
That is
funny.
true. We need something bad. Because that's what we do. We read bad manga. We've never read a good manga ever here. Definitely not.
We gotta balance all the good manga we're reading, okay? And I've
Alright.
come to deliver it.
I will say, if we do that and we put it up for a vote for that, be cautious if you do vote for something that is a longer series and we're just reading like the first 2 volumes of it or whatever, because it's less likely to actually win a vote in the future. This has been my problem with New Game. Happens. Eventually, okay, I'll finally get us back on to read the rest of New Game. It'll be great. You guys will like it. It'll be fun. Ever heard of fun? Don't answer that. Anyways, thank you so much, everybody, for coming around to this week's episode of the Anime Book Club. That'll be it for this week. Next week, we will finish the festival accompanying arc. So make sure you've got your readings for that in time. If you wish to become a part of the book club, we host these meetings every Thursday at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. We discuss live, but we also just post about it in the Discord channel. And that's basically where the group lives. So you can join it by going to discord.wolfborg.com. You can become directly a part of the book club, yap with us there, or be a part of these live discussions if you want, but that's up to you. You can join us for the end of this, or you can join us for the beginning of Death Note, or anything else in between. This is up to you. But again, you don't have to join this. You could just yap with us in the Discord together if you want as well. And then also, if you would like to just keep up with these things every week, just like watching or listening to them, you can check out youtube.wolfborg.com, twitch.wolfborg.com. I don't have a link working for Spotify yet, but I should set that up probably tonight or this weekend or something. I am going to work on updating the uploads on there, so there's about to be a bunch of new Higurashi episodes on there between tonight and tomorrow. So those will be up to date. And then I'm going to try to also backtrack previous episodes and upload those onto there as well. And then eventually, over time, all the episodes will be on there. And it shouldn't be too hard. I'm trying to go through it like the process of basically just taking every episode, taking out the video, and taking out everything before the pre-show. So, like everything during the pre-show, and it's just the yapping. just the book club discussions, and I just upload those raw, and then later on in the future, myself or other people will go in and edit these episodes so that we make it, cut out some other bits or whatever, or cut out some dead space, and then we re-upload those, because you could just update those later, it seems, I've learned. But in the meantime, this makes it easy for me to actually upload the episodes so people can actually hear us, without waiting forever. So, except when I just forget to do it, like I've been doing. So that's on me. Anyways, thank you so much for coming to hang out. I appreciate you all, and we'll see you next week. Who is online to raid tonight? Let us see here. Who do we got? Let's say hi to... Who haven't I rated in a bit? Maybe we say hi to Asta. Asta is playing Wuthering Waves. The Cyberpunk collab, which I've been seeing art of on my timeline. So we get Cyberpunk over there too. Let's all go say hi to Asta. And I will talk to you all. Oh, other things. So next Thursday is book club. In between the other plans, tomorrow I will not be streaming it on my end, but on Takuko's stream, she's going to be streaming a Melty Blood type Lumina tournament, which I will be a part of. And I'm going to be winning as my Saber. Okay, that's my plan. I'm going to win on Saturday. All right. So there's that. And then Sunday in the Discord, we'll be starting the first 6 episodes of Sailor Moon R. That's the 2nd season of Sailor Moon, because we read all the manga for book club. So if you're interested in that, you can join the Discord. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming to hang out. I appreciate you all. And we're going to go right into Adrestia now. Goodbye, gamers. Goodbye, stream. Bye, stream. Bye-bye.